Tune in this Monday at 8 p.m. for your chance to see Best of the Week.
Are you new to JewelleryMaker? For a limited time, we're offering new customers a wonderful free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful genuine gemstone strands in an organza bag. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will be automatically added to your order when you make your first purchase. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, colour and type will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your gemstones, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share. The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Are you new to Jewellery Maker? For a limited time, we're offering new customers a wonderful free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful genuine gemstone strands in an organza bag. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will be automatically added to your order when you make your first purchase. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, colour and type will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your gemstones, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share. Here at Jewellery Maker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easy to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Good evening and welcome to Jewellery Maker. It's so nice to be with you tonight. You alright?
Yeah, I think so. I need to. I'm warm and I'm not properly connected
Adjusted.
in. Yes, I will be in a minute.
It's all right. It's lovely to be with you this evening. My name is Redican, but you can call me Becky. And we are joined by someone a little bit different. And you could take that in a number of ways. As you may or may not know, we were meant to have Alison Tarry on with us this evening, but very sadly she cannot make it tonight. She's fine, don't worry. It's just she's not able to be here. So, like a Wonder Woman that she is, she zipped up here in her invisible shaped spaceship and she... we made put some clothes on because, you know, you can't just be walking around a little bralette. It is the lovely Wonder Woman. Oh, what an image! We're bringing to you now the lovely Wonder Woman. It is Claire McDonald.
It's lovely to be here.
It's so nice to have you here. Thank you so much for coming in. And to be honest, it wasn't too much of an arm twist because you heard about the things we'd had on tonight.
I did.
So you and Metal bare copper metal.
Yes.
Something that you've worked with for quite some time.
Yes, that I love, that I don't often get. So yeah, it's really nice to. So I've bought in some old bits from home, and then yeah, can have a play.
And you might think, oh hello, because it's not meant to be Claire's show, then you probably won't do either of the kits, and therefore we're going to get 0 demonstrations. And don't get me wrong, I like bargains and stuff, but I just want a demo or 2 at least.
I think it's 3, isn't it?
It's 3, yes, thank you. Yes, it is, it's 3. We're actually doing 3 demonstration hours because basically we thought we could make Claire's life easy or not. We decided on the latter. We're going to have 3 demonstrations, and they're all really, really different demonstrations, just to let you know. So we have got a demonstration coming up in the 2nd hour of the show, which is, from my memory, going to be related to metal sheet. Second demonstration is all related to this. It's tonight's must-have. Not been seen for exactly a year. Well, a year and a couple of days. 2nd of April, 2018. You might not have seen this before.
Ooh.
How beautiful is this font? Not been seen in just over a year. We're bringing it to you tonight at a must-have price. Yep, a must-have price point. If you're thinking, I've no idea what that even does. Seen all these beautiful, sort of personalised designs that you can get on the likes of Not on the High Street, etc. You have absolutely and completely got that opportunity to personalise your own jewellery. We'll be doing a demonstration on this in the 3rd hour of the show. Then the 4th hour of the show is wire work and tools like this. Now, I'll be honest, we're not entirely sure of the time that this is going to be put on yet. My producer's keeping it very much under his hat, but we will definitely be using these tools in the 4th hour. Gonna let everyone else see it before Claire.
Oh, look at that colour.
Aren't they incredible? Look, they're beadsmith, but look, they're super duper fine. Aren't these cool? Last time these were on, they sold out.
These before.
They're mega, mega fine. They go to such a point. Look, you've even got the bent ones here.
Oh, these are lovely.
Cool, right? So I don't know when these are going to be played. It might be the 1st hour, the 2nd hour, the 3rd hour, definitely in the 4th hour or before then. So these are coming up for you tonight as well. So yes, 4 demos. I've got loads of blanks, I've got loads of metal, I've got loads of gemstones as well. This is a strand I have never ever seen before, and I
gorgeous,
adore
isn't
it.
Yeah.
Jasper coming up for you. We're gonna do this as a bundle. Not a one wonder, but a double trouble.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Double trouble because it's troublesome. Because when we do a double trouble, we half our quantity because we've doubled the quantity of in the double trouble. So when we've doubled the double trouble, you're getting double the amount, but we're then bringing you the double trouble because it's half of the quantity for us, so that's trouble, and then we copy that trouble by making it a troublesome price. Seamless. Do you know what? Us and the team have been doing maths with Lola tonight. Lola is Claire's daughter, who's in year 6 of primary school. Me, Kerry, Paul, Tom and Liam all trying to do one question. 15 minutes it took. And in the end, Paul was the one who came up with the final one.
Well done,
He
Paul.
did, he came up with the final. 15 minutes, all of us.
Is that homework all done now? Oh, brilliant. That's good then.
It wasn't until later when she said the answers are in the back of the book, you know. Anyway, let's get started.
Lola.
Good on Lola, she's brilliant. Let's get started with something absolutely huge. Could you use your gallery wire with this?
Yes.
Or would you go more for your Cerulean? Or would you do both?
You could do both, and you could use all of your wires, and that might actually work quite nicely with the sheet as well coming up. Loads of ways you could set loads of ways.
Yes, because of course you can set gemstones into your metal sheet, can't you? Especially big ones.
I use that stone in cocktail rings, which is so if you've got the the DVD, or if you go on YouTube, there's tutorials for that one.
Oh, that's really cool. So for your cocktail rings, that would be outstanding. Really big, really bold. Your price point today on air live at $5.95. That's the price we're going to do on this for you. Just to let you know, because this is a bit of an impromptu show, we're going to keep it really cool, really relaxed. Cool. Let's not go that far.
Who's doing it then?
I mean,
is it me and you?
yeah, could you imagine? No. But yeah, we're going to keep it really relaxed. We're going to have loads and loads of really good deals for you. We're going to have the 3 hours worth of demonstrations in the 3 separate hours. We're also going to have a really cool price avalanche as well. That's coming up for you. Also, because we've been having a little bit of sort of our synapses have been firing, trying to do a trying to help Lola with her year 6 maths, because our synapses have been flowing. We thought we'd help you with the grey matter as well. I want to show you a picture, and I'd like you to text in, please. Ooh. Quite simply, I want you to guess each stone. So what is stone A, what is stone B? And then I'd like you to guess the price that these two are retailing at, please. Simple as that, 60777, so you text through the JM Studio, or you can do it via JewelleryMaker.com. Have a little look at them again, A or B, just let us know. So you might type in guess A, the gemstone and the price, guess B, gemstone and price, whatever it is, let us know. Give us a little message and guess the price of them as well, please. And we'll show them up as they come. We've already had some messages in, so we'll have a little nosy. Not related to that, because I've only just shown it. But hiya, Kaylee. Kaylee says, hi, lovely ladies, you both look lovely. And hi to the Jewellery Maker crew. Those tools I really need. I've been waiting for those. Kaylee, mwah. Gorgeous, Kaylee. We love Kaylee. Oh, you're having a fab day today, Kaylee. Thank you for your message. Yeah, I think a lot of you have been waiting for these. I've got good quantity.
I've not seen them. They are lovely.
They're fab, aren't they?
Yeah. I think I should have a go with them.
Yes. Good idea. Good idea.
I like the colour.
Not now, though.
No?
In a bit. Okay. How about I bring to you now, well done everyone on that, by the way. How about I now bring to you some amethyst?
Oh, that's very pretty.
Isn't that cute? Really cutesy, dainty colour. What an unusual shape too.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They're almost like a puffy coin, but faceted, aren't they?
They're lovely.
What do you like about them?
They'd be great rings. It's a nice unusual shape.
That's
the
a
colour
lovely
as well,
idea.
isn't it?
Lovely
Really
idea.
Very pretty strand.
What I'm bringing to you here is this natural amethyst. And I love that when you get natural amethyst from Brazil, you can get really different tones. Usually, when you're getting natural amethyst from Brazil, you will have maybe a slightly darker palette and often more inclusions. Not always the case, but often. This, for me, is really seamless, and I think that makes it glow so impressively. And I love that the shape of this helps with that glow. So because it's not sort of even from every single angle, in the sense of, you know, it's not a fully formed circle, is it? It's not a fully formed dome. It's more sort of 2D in a way. Because of that, when the light enters, it has less of a chance to travel. It has less of a distance to travel at one angle than at the other, which means that you get more of this glow internally. So that, as you said, perfect for rings, and actually perfect for rings because it's going to sit nicer against the finger, because it's not fully domed. It's more like this, so it sits more in seam line with your hand.
That's a very, very pretty strand.
That is a fantastic price. $11.95 for natural faceted amethyst, which is really an unusual strand, just beautiful. I'm imagining something like this maybe, and you could actually do something like this and stamp into this as a blank.
Yeah, maybe just have one of the amethyst coming down. That would be really nice.
That'd be lovely actually, wouldn't it? You could even have this as the pendant, couldn't you? So have your design and stamp onto this. We're going to be doing the letter stamps with the tools you need for it in a little bit. And I think that'd be a really beautiful piece of jewellery. But also it could be a secret note, because on the other side, you've got that texture. So you could actually use the other side, maybe colour this up in a certain way, use resin even with it, and have it almost as a secret note. It's up to you either way, isn't it? £11.95. I've got multi-buyers in. Well done. Do keep dialing through. We've got loads more to fit in. Not just one demonstration tonight. Oh no, I have got 3 different demonstrations, different mediums.
Pressure's on, isn't it?
Yeah. Woo. And you found out about it about 45 minutes ago. What a treat. What a treat.
Yeah, exciting. I'm sure everyone will be very patient.
It goes to show how professional you are. I mean, I've said
Yes.
that before
Yes, before
your
I've done
demo,
it, yes.
but I have full faith in you, so
Thank you.
no problem. Look at this lovely slinky owl. I love this. Every single part of this is articulated. And if you yourself have ever cut your metal sheet and done the hole punches in them and made your own jump rings to sit them in, you'll know that it's a bit of a time-consuming thing to be able to do. Yet we have done it with this, and it is in solid sterling silver. As you can see here, with that beauty of the solid sterling silver effect, you get a really beautiful look and shine, especially as it has the different textures in it. So can you see the top bars a little bit more feathery, the second one down a little bit more sort of under plumage, and then the base one there kind of a little bit more structured. Very pretty indeed. £8.95 for you today. Let me just flip it over too, so that you can see on the back exactly what we're dealing with here. With that shine, with that sparkle, I think this is going to be a beautiful pendant, but actually maybe a pendant you could wear a little bit lower down on the body, maybe sort of a 32 or 34 inch length. It's going to give it that real nice movement.
Be nice earrings as well, though, wouldn't it, with all that movement? I love how all the textures are. They are different, aren't they?
Yeah,
You don't
each
notice
one.
at first. Really
Which takes a
nice.
lot of time and effort and energy to be able to do that.
Yeah, and if you wanted to replicate it yourself, I mean, you'd have to have so much kit, wouldn't you, really? All those different textures.
Yeah.
He's lovely.
Isn't he? And there's loads of lovely connotations as well with owl, isn't with
Yes,
owl, is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
What owls
Wise,
make
aren't
you
they?
think of? Yeah, wisdom.
Yeah, teachers, somebody that, yeah.
Yeah. Wisdom,
Guides you,
teachers,
yeah.
friendship, kind of family. Because I think, you know, when you see them in like animated films and things like that, they're always
and there's
kind
a
of
lovely
quite
book
friendly,
called
aren't they?
Owl Babies. That's a really lovely book.
Oh, I've never heard of that. What's that about?
A family of owls, yeah.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
When they wake up and their mum isn't there, and then when she comes back. It's really
Oh, I mean, plot spoiler alert.
Sorry.
We're
No,
in the
she
end.
comes back. No, she comes back. It's all okay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well done, everybody, on that. Okay, let's go for... What is it? A cabochon.
Ooh.
What does the
Very
colours
nice.
of this make you think of?
Never
Never seen before, brand new.
Maybe the sea.
Yeah.
Really deep underwater.
Yeah, that's lovely. Waves, especially if maybe I sort of do it like that, that way. What we're bringing to you here is brand spanking new. It's never been seen before. 50 carats worth of your green striped agate I'm bringing to you. We are going to be doing not one, not two, but 3 demonstrations this evening. We're also getting the grey matter moving with our text in for this first hour. We're going to be doing a price avalanche, and we're going to be bringing to you goodies you haven't seen in some of them years, and some things brand new. So it really is the evening to stay in, tuned in with us. It is a fantastic opportunity. We have had someone message in about the slide, have we? What have they said? Oh, hello. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Ooh.
A, zircon, £2,500. B, diamond, 15 grand. Great guess. I like that. Very good guess. And I can totally see why you would say that. Yeah, I completely see why you would say that. I'll give you a clue. You've got 1 stone right. There you are, that's your clue. A little bit like, wow, what was it called? Mastermind, the board game you used to play. Do you remember that? And you used to have to move the pins to kind of crack the code. Oh, it was very difficult, very tricky. I'm bringing to you something brand spanking new here. You will be able to set this with the wire we're gonna do, with the metal sheet we're gonna do. You could, of course, personalise it with the letter stamps we've got coming up for you. £4.95 is your deal on this one today. Very big individual gemstone at a full 50 carats worth. I think it's so statement. This would be great with your shibori, as well as with your wire working as well. I think it would work really nicely. Plenty of different things you could do with this. I think it's just stunning, really, isn't it?
Yeah, wasn't the soutache as well? That
Perfect
was
idea.
quite soon as well.
Soutache.
Yeah, was
Recently.
it Alison?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So that would be nice, wouldn't it?
That's a lovely idea. Yeah, perfect for it. £4.95. Let's move on, because I need to bring to you, a blue. This time in blue.
That's gorgeous, isn't it?
The way the light sort of moves through this is sensational. Another brand new opportunity for you right here, right now. With the blue gemstone, you've obviously got something that's likely to be more popular, as blue is said to be the most popular colour there is in general. What we're bringing to you is that wonderful natural beauty of the actual banding, and then that lovely colour added to it, just to make it a little bit more blatant and a bit more sort of visible, let's say. Oh, hello. We're going to match the price, 50 carats, brand new. This time, £4.95 again. Every single one of them is going to be different. Every single one of them is going to be unique. If you do want to multi-purchase these, then you absolutely can. You're just going to make really different jewellery. If you love this colour palette, let me give you a sneaky peek of something I've got coming up as a star buy.
I love this. I've worked with this. It's beautiful.
It's coming up at some point in our
Gorgeous, isn't it?
avalanche. It's stunning, isn't it? So you've had this in a kit.
I have.
What did you make with it?
I did a bail that took about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to do. You could do lots of wire work with it, but
No
it's got
need.
the drill hole, no.
No. Well done, £4.95. I'm going to move on. And I'm going to bring you some seed beads now, just because we thought, mix it up a little bit. We're going to get for you a seed bead bundle now. Let me just remind you about seed beads. First off, seed beads, I would say, here at JewelleryMaker at the moment, they're very, very popular. We're doing loads of DVDs. For example, I may or may not have filmed a DVD related to seed beads just last night that will be with you quite soon. But yeah, seed beads themselves essentially are beautifully made beads that are, in this instance, with them being the Miyuki, known for their evenness, known for the fact that they are very symmetrical and that the colour and coating is very much steadfast. The thing with seed beads is, when we go to purchase seed beads, it depends on what colours, etc. they have at the time. And sometimes, because of the way they make them, they don't just make, 100 of each colour every day. They do huge processes of them. And essentially, if we run out of a colour, that means sometimes it can literally take 9 months to a year until they go back on to make that colour again. So I thought I'd let you know that, because one of these colours, literally all the stock we have of it is in this set, this one here. So,
The one in the middle?
Yup.
That is beautiful, isn't it?
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Literally all of the ones that we've got of this are in this bundle right now. So we have got for you the 6.0 collection. Now, Alison Tarry absolutely loves and adores seed beads. And we were thinking the other day, when we see seed bead bundles, 6.0s are the lesser seen. We hardly ever get to see a bundle of just 6.0s. A lot of the time in a kit, you will get varying sizes. So you might just get one tube. But actually, the 6.0s are so usable and versatile, even if you're not a seed beader. And that's the great thing about these. You can use them in between your gemstones to space them out, so you actually get to appreciate the beauty of your gemstones more.
Your wire work, they're beautiful in your wire work.
Great in your wire work.
Because they're uniform, aren't they? Uniform sizes, so it's not like using, so maybe other gemstones, it's because they're totally uniform.
Completely. And you know that the drill hole on them is going to be even, and you know that they're going to go onto wire as well. Actually, have you got any wire next to you, just so we could see-ish what kind of wire thickness these would go onto? Just to give you an idea. That coating, it's beautiful, is it? Here we go. So what's this?
That's a 0.8.
0.8. Okay, thread them on. So that's 0.8. Oh yeah, look at the size of that. So it's as you can see, it's gone on really easily.
Yeah, you've got loads of room, haven't you?
You would probably be able to get a 1.5 through there without any issue, maybe even more. Now, why is that a good thing?
Well, because if you wanted to do with multiple wires, so you could do either with your structural wire, just thread them onto, couldn't you? Just a structural wire on its own.
Yeah.
Or use, if you're going to do, say, I don't know, macrame, or where you wanted lots of cords or lots of wires, you've got the room to do that.
You've got the opportunity.
Yeah, yeah.
We are bringing to you a full selection, very popular. People buying 3s and 2s and 3s of these on. I'm not surprised, especially when you see the close down price tonight. For the bundle, we're bringing to you the Miyuki collection, all of them 6.0s. It's all the large tubes, mind you. £6.95. Now, I am happy when we do a live on air tube for £6. And we do that sometimes. We'll do tubes like this on air, discount deal, £5.95 a tube. I'm happy at that price, but actually the price on your screen is sensational. I've never seen a bundle like this at a price like that ever. I'll just give you the names of the colours that you're going to be getting. So you're going to be getting the black opaque here, the jet black. You're also going to be getting the matte transparent grey Aurora Borealis here, and then lastly but by no means leastly, you're getting the silver lined crystal. These ones are usually really expensive because you have to do the lining and then kind of make the beads and everything else. Hello to Surrey and Greater London and Cardiff. Hiya Cumbria. I've got Yorkshire in and Cheshire, Greater London, Essex, another Greater London. I've not got a huge amount of these ones left, 30. Just over 30 left, sorry, just over 30 left. So if you do want to grab them, you do have to be very, very quick off the mark with these ones. Just over 30 left, but that is checking out really quickly. Whilst you're all checking out on this one, let me just remind you, if you are tuning in, you're thinking, Alison? Lovely Alison's not joining us this evening. Don't worry, she is all okay. She's just not able to make it. The lovely Claire McDonald is with us, and because she stepped in, we thought it would be really nice to give her a chilled out night, a relaxing night. So we're going to get to do 3 demos this evening in 3 different mediums across 3 different hours. That's exciting, isn't it? We've got loads coming up for you tonight. I will let you know we've got metal sheet. I will also let you know bonkers price. Mine. Liz, you're a love. Good, I'm glad you got that. But yeah, if you got, we're going to do metal sheet for you today, and I will let you know, these are just some of the tools coming up. I've got these ones coming up. I've got the letters coming up. I'll just leave that there for a minute. I've got a hammer coming up. I have got also, what is the thing I really wanted to say then? The saw and saw blades coming up. I also have metal cutters, yeah, the metal shears coming up. So if you've been watching today like, oh, I fancy doing all these, but I'm going to cut all of that, we've got it for you. I've even got the bench peg for you tonight. Honestly, it is tools and demos galore. I have 9 exactly of these ones left, so please do check them out ASAP. By the way, I've also got loads of blanks in different colours. I've got some, I think, that are bare copper. I've got bare copper jump rings coming up for you tonight as well. I've got more seed beads to come. I've got beautiful gemstones you've never seen before. Where do they come from? Oh yeah, out of this tube. Silly. Huge well done to every single one of you. We are now over allocated. We'd love to hear what you are up to with your weekends. Also, have you guessed the gemstone and the price, A and B? Have you guessed? Have a little nose. You don't have to text in, you can think it to yourself if you want to. What seed bead? Oh, hello. Becky, your hair looks gorgeous. Thank you. I've washed it. Just a little treat. I just thought, do you know what? I'm going to wash my hair this week. Yeah, wash it.
It's
a little bit out. Cheeky. It's a little bit, yeah, it's a bit out of control when it's just been washed.
Gorgeous.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's so nice of you and you and all of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
How about more seed beads? This time different size. These are your 8-Os. So if you are new and you're thinking, I don't understand all of these numbers, which is how we all felt when trying to help Lola do her homework. 8-Os and 6-Os are different sizes. So 6-Os means you would get 6 of them if you laid them next to each other in an inch. 8-Os mean you would get 8 of them laid next to each other in an inch. So obviously 8-Os are smaller than your 6-Os. And just to demonstrate, I will show you a tube of the 6-Os next to them. Again, one of these colours, oh my goodness, I can't for the life of me remember which one it is, so I won't guarantee you I'm between 2. One of these colours, all of the stock is in this. So if this sells out like the other one does, then you think it was the dark one. But just to give you an idea of different size, here you go, I'll show you the clear ones. They are. So you can see these are quite significantly larger. Maybe that's a better one to show. Quite significantly larger than the 8-Os. The cobalt blue in the centre, that all of the stock is in this. Now what that means is, let's say we had 200 of this tube in stock. Then 200 of this tube in stock, but only 100 of this tube in stock. That means that if this bundle sells out tonight, we no longer have this tube in stock. We will still have some of the others. And that is exactly what essentially we've done. Can you do that? Even though they're the different size? We're going to match the price. We're going to match the price for you. We shouldn't, but we are, because we want to, because we want to. Why have you got to play that song so loud? Because we want to. Because we want to. Do you remember that? Name that singer.
Oh no.
Give you a clue. She was on Doctor Who for a bit.
Billy.
Correct,
Billy
yeah,
Kite,
good old Billy.
Yeah.
£6.95 for you.
Didn't she marry
Chris Evans.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, she did for a bit.
Yeah.
What did you say, Liam, love? If you got the other set, and then you got this set, it would cost you... Oh. Yeah, go on. £13.90 for all 6.
That's good math.
As opposed to... What might I expect it to be? Even if I said 5 for a tube, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. See, it's brilliant, that, isn't it? When you think from 30 to 13, those are the types of maths I can get on board with. My Yuki seed bead collection for you today. Do feel free to grab these ones. Spinning around at the bottom of your screen right now is... Oh my days!
Oh.
I can never do
Nearly
that
a
when I'm
strike
bowling.
then, wasn't it?
How funny that we both went for that. Let me show you this coming up as a star by next. I've got an avalanche. I've got 3 different types or mediums, let's say, of demonstration. I have got, did I say the price avalanche yet? Where we do great things that start off at a higher price and then we go lower and lower. I'll explain more later if you've not seen that before. I have got more tools than you could find in the average tool shed. I have got letters, I've got slimline tools you might not have seen before. If you're anything like Kaylee, she's been missing out on them. I've got hammers. I have also got saw and saw blades for the likes of your metal or your saw cut drill hole on saw cut jump rings. Got there in the end. Also, I've got for you the likes of your tin snips, your metal cutters as well. I've basically got it all for you tonight, and we're not going to let you down on the gemstones at all. These gemstones that I'm about to bring to you, I think it's all safe to say they are truly beautiful. Each and every one of them is a variety of jasper that has this natural shading of colour. I'm about to do you a double trouble deal, so get ready, it's your start by. Every single one of these is completely unique and different, and I love the way in which these are cut. We've almost kept these, well, let me share this with you. You may or may not know this, but when we go, for example, on our buying trips to India, what we will do is we will have a list and an idea of what we want in our mind, and we obviously go back to the same providers year after year, time after time, as well as making relationship with new providers. And what we will do is we will go with the gemstone idea that we have in mind, and we'll sort of give them our idea, and then we have a number of options of how to finish it off. So with these, what we've opted for is we've said, right, we want, you know, the naturally beautifully shaded jasper, and what we want to be able to do is have it in slices. And then what we want to be able to do is have the 2 sides polished, but the outside of this completely kept in its sort of unpolished, almost raw form. And because we've done that, it does take more, money. It does take more cost for us to opt to do that. But the fact is, with this, you have got the beautiful. Just give her a minute. You've got the beautiful high shine on each side and the rough on either side. It does cost us more money to do that, but it's absolutely and completely worth it because of this finish. See what I mean? So the high shine section, front and back, but then the outside kept with that sort of naturally mattified finish. Helps you to see the actual formation of this, and I also think, remind you, it's a genuine gemstone. You don't do this in plastic. I've got for you here the etchings and the arches that are just so beautiful. And with this being a natural jasper, already I'd say you're probably in our top 10% of all jaspers, because most of our jaspers are dyed or treated in some way. Sometimes they've got a coating. This is entirely and absolutely natural. And I think this, whether you're pairing it with wood, where you're pairing it for your, naturally inspired designs, it's earthy, it's rich, it's quite harmonious. I think it works perfectly. Now, if I were to bring these to you at, let's say £5 a stone, okay? I realise that that's slightly a little bit more upper echelon, but actually if this were made into jewellery, it would probably be more than that. I'm going to do it at about £5 a stone. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Now do bear with. Let's say I've done them for £5 a stone, and then I bring you the second strand, same gemstone, same strand. Obviously it's going to look different. That's the beauty of this gemstone. You'd be looking at £70 there. That's a little bit much. Let's therefore say that actually I'm going to make them £2.50 a stone. Then again, we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, £35 worth. I think at £2.50 a stone, this is going to create serious drama and serious beauty. I am going to less than £2.50 per stone tonight for you though. In my opinion, there's no need. Really? Because these are so different, they're so unique. There's so many guest designers I can imagine loving this. The likes of Gemma Quo, the likes of yourself, Claire, actually.
I think we all would. I'm loving,
true.
you know, when you laid them out, I would be doing something like that, because I thought of them as individual pendants before, but I love them all together.
All together as a big design.
Because they sit beautifully, don't they? Sort of one on top of each other.
You've got such an incredible look here. They are truly beautiful. Is there a before price or is it straight in? Before price. So this is your should be. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, sorry, tell a lie. This is your price. £24.95. Now that is your price as outlined by our managers, because as you know, this is a double trouble deal. So let's say, for example, these were £20 each, okay? Obviously you wouldn't be looking at a 95 at the end, because we would do £19.95, wouldn't we? So obviously it would come to, what would that be, times 2? 19.95 times 2 is something 90, isn't it? 39.90, is it? I just did that by myself. I'm not great at maths, so tell Lola I just got a maths thing right. Anyway, 39.90 it would be, for example. So actually that already is a discount, because that has been our double trouble set by managers. However, when we go live on air, we are able to get a little bit more leeway in these things. So when this goes back online at 8 a.m. in the morning, £24.95 will be your price point. It will already be a great price point, because as I say, it's a price drop. You know it's a price drop. You even know it's been dropped in price just for the fact it ends in 95. You're probably also working out that there's no way whatsoever these would only be sort of, what, £11, £12 each, is there? Today we're doing an on-air deal. I think this is really one for you to seize. Seize the moment, jump on board. It's beautiful, unique in individuality. £14.95 for you today on these ones. You have got the opportunity to grab beautiful looking quality, really individual and unique gemstones for £14.95. I've got 7 of these slabs on each of them. Oh, there's loads of you in now. £1.06 each is what we're looking at today if you get 7 on your strands. These are individual, they're unique, they've got the drill hole, but they are opaque, so you don't even have to use it if you don't want. Imagine doing really bespoke prong setting with your wire with these. Even just popping a little bit of a cord through something would be stunning.
Yeah. Father's Day, isn't it? In June, isn't it?
Yes, it is, you're right.
Deal for that.
Perfect for that. I think you've got something really unique and individual here. Every single one is just so different. And at £1.06 each, you've got serious money making opportunities here. But they're just so different, even if it's not about making money.
So you could do it very, very gem heavy, because I really liked it. If you know where the spaces are, and sort of it was laid out, I would be doing something like that. Because you've got the way they sit on top of each other is beautiful, isn't it? But still, it's like a very natural, I think it's the shape.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Really stunning.
We have got for you £14.95 on these. I have got this exceptional toolkit coming up. I have got your letter stamps, JewelleryMaker's own font, so I love this font. It's so quirky. I've got this font at home. It's beautiful, really almost handwriting. I've got the toolkit coming up in this hour. I've got the blanks coming up for you soon. I've got demonstrations galore. So don't go anywhere because we've got so much to come. I'm leaving that one with you at $14.95. That genuine is a sensational deal because what was the price originally each strand? I've forgotten. I did look. I think it was something like, I'm sure it was $14.95? $14.95 each. So, that buy one, get one free. I think it is. Well done, everybody. Huge well done. Okay, I've got so much more to come. Ooh, do you like? Ooh. Ooh. You've never seen this gemstone? Lava. I am bringing to you here your beautiful, it feels so unique. If you've never worked with your lava rock before, it kind of does what it says on the tin for all intents and purposes. And you get these little bubbles in it because they're little natural pockets, bubbles that actually form when lava is solidifying. So, you know, as I'm sure you know, when lava flows, it flows at quite a speed and that means it's hot, and then once it cools, it solidifies. It becomes slightly more viscous until it completely solidifies. But during that motion, there are natural little bubbles that get trapped within that, and you have got that bubble as where the bubbles have essentially been released. That's what those little holes are in the top. It feels different. It is £6.95.
Sounds different as well, doesn't it, when they're rubbing together?
Yeah, it feels different, sounds different. It's not as heavy as you might think it is. In particular, as the drill hole we do on these is very sizable.
Oh yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't you with these, can't you use with your essential oils?
Yes, you
Doesn't
can.
it absorb it? So
Yeah.
you have like your scented.
You can make them scented.
Yeah.
See? Huge, humongous. So it makes your life very easy indeed. Great with your cord, £6.95 if you fancy it. Let's move on to... You're going to love these. I launched these for you. It might not have been this set, but I launched this variety for you. I just love it. I really do. Beautiful labradorite. Very pretty indeed. Left more in its raw state. So again, this is our option. We chose to have it this way. What I'm offering to you is, so it's been shaped around the top, it's been shaped underneath so it's flat, but on top, look at that. It's been left more in its natural form. This, I think, is going to give you such a unique look. What do you think this is going to add to your designs, Claire?
So like I said, it's texture, isn't it? And interest. It's something that, see, maybe you don't spot it straight away. So it's got all the beauty of labradorite, but with a little bit more. I love that one. Look at that. That's like a full rainbow in there, isn't it?
It's lovely because at different angles it does look completely different, you see? It's just magical. What we're bringing to you is 475 carats worth. Some of them purples, more purples in like this one has. Some of them slightly more red hues in it. And I will just say as well, there is labradorescence on the back of these too, so it's not just on one side, it is on the back of them as well. And again, because of the formation, it depends at which angle it's at to where you get colour, which makes it surprising, it makes it engaging. We have got the multi-shape collection, meaning that your excitement and engagement isn't just in the look, it's also in the making. £29.95 usually, but you're watching live. And we like to sort of thank you for watching live, and thank you for getting involved with us, and thank you for, you know, being with us here on a Saturday evening. And we like to give you live on air discount deals, and that's probably one of the reasons you watch live, isn't it? Final few at under £20, £19.95 for you. You've just taken a third off these. You work with them just as you would a cabochon, but they've got a little bit more interest to them, a little bit more excitement to them. And I think it's beautiful because you can tell they're natural. Okay, I've got 20 now, 20 of these ones with the people who have checked out for us today. If you do want to grab us, then do absolutely feel free to. I will just let you know as well that the toolkit is coming up in this hour, isn't it? About 10 mins. So if you do want to grab them, you absolutely and completely can. I think they work really beautifully. Have a little look at these ones right now. Do grab it. Grab them whilst you can at £19.95. We're moving on. We've got so many amazing looking things in front of us here. I love, we've got so many treats coming up for you in tonight's show. We're going to do some garnet for you now, bit of a different garnet as well. Completely opaque. Now, opaque garnet isn't necessarily maybe what you would see necessarily in your high street, but it's what a lot of crystal healers will go towards more. And in fact, just people who don't necessarily like the baby pink colours that can sometimes come out of garnet when it's got too much light transferring through. This is a lot darker, a lot more sort of port red. It's a lot deeper, a lot more intense. Now you're getting 180 carats worth of this natural garnet, so it's really robust, it's really eye-catching. It's coming to you right here, right now, for £8.95. If you want to grab your hands on it, now is your chance to do so, because it's a beautiful, intriguing strand, really easy to work with, but also it's a birthstone, January's birthstone, so great to gift as well, isn't it?
Be lovely stretches with some of the blanks that you've got. You could do nice charms, couldn't you?
That'd be a lovely idea. With the blanks, I've also got my stamps coming up in a bit. Yeah, that'd be really good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just beautiful. Loads of blanks coming up, the letters, the tools you need, including the Susan saw spade. But before all of that, let me just cast your mind back to this picture I showed you earlier on. Guess each stone. Now, the reason I asked you this is because you may well remember a few months ago I was speaking to you quite a lot about what was happening in the news, whereby De Beers, the very well-known diamond retailer, actually came out and said that they were going back on sort of 350 years worth of tradition, whereby they had always said we will only work with genuine diamonds and that is it. They actually went back on that word not so many months ago, and essentially they came out and said, right, we're going to start doing synthetics, we're going to start doing synthetic diamonds. And it caused a bit of a coup, really. First off, there were people who were very shocked that De Beers were going to go back on all of that history. And second off, De Beers then came out with a statement that they sent out to all of the people who had previously bought from them, including the likes of Bloomingdale's, that actually said, we are going to be doing a synthetic, man-made for $8,000 a carat. $800 a carat, sorry, $800 a carat. Now, this then really annoyed all the people like Cubic Zirconia and even the likes of Swarovski, other kind of man-made crystals and synthetic retailers, because $800 per carat is just way undercutting the rest of them. Basically, this then started a coup. And if you've been keeping your eyes peeled, you will have noticed that the national jewellers have been talking about it, the GIA has been talking about it, it's even been in the local news. Sort of the worldwide news. And the fact that since De Beers have done that, there has now been a huge push on not just synthetics, but man-made crystals of all varieties, which is actually pushing up the price. Which is why I was amazed to see that in a national newspaper just a couple of days ago, there was this article, which that picture is taken from. Ring of Truth jewellers share a photo of a £270 cubic zirconia engagement ring and a 6,000 diamond one. As you can tell now, the difference is, of course, it's the cubic zirconia is the larger, brighter one, which is actually heavier than diamond. It's got less of the laser encryptions on the diamond, and it is a cleaner stone. Now, the reason I wanted to bring that to your attention is because when you do the research on that cubic zirconia ring and you look back on it, the actual price of that has gone up by 20% since it was actually sold previously. So this really genuinely is having a knock-on effect. Cubic zirconia I'm about to offer to you now, and I'm going to offer you big, beautiful stones just like the one in that ring. And I'm going to start off by offering to you the glitz and the glamour that you saw in that ring, but I think even better, in my opinion.
Oh,
I mean, you like the ring, right? £270, I think we can all say is a good price for that ring. But look at how luxurious this looks. This is something which, if all of the signs have been there, because as we always say, you know, foresight is better than hindsight, isn't it? So I'm trying to give you foresight here. We talked about De Beers and their prices escalating, and we said we have a feeling that this will be the knock-on effect, and we have seen already that it has a knock-on effect. Therefore, I would say because we paid less for this when we got it, I don't know how much this will cost us now to repurchase. It might be the same, it might be more, it's hard to say. But I'm letting you know that with a little bit of foresight, if you like these and you love that trend and you know that this is something that you are going to be able to gift or sell or appreciate wearing, grab these now. These are the biggest stones that we have in our vault. We looked at that picture of the big, of the 2 rings, we looked at the beauty and quality, and we thought, let's see what we've got of big stones. These are literally the last big stones that we have. So I am bringing to you this beautiful solid sterling silver with gold plating, cubic zirconia all the way around the outside, and that myriad of colour you're seeing is that fire, that dispersion in the biggest gemstone we have for you available. This is your deal, this is your price point. Just remember, in that ring, it wasn't as big a stone as this, £270, a very good price point. Today, for you, this is a drop-down deal. £9.95. That is a phenomenal price point. Just look at the feature. This is a standout design. Pop it on your gold-plated chain. You're done, you're dusted. You have got truly saleable pieces there. Even from where you are, even from all the way over there, that, you know, camera 2 is a good sort of 2 meters away from me that's pointed at this. You can see the dispersion. You can see the fire. I've got multi-buyers, no surprise. Well done to you all. Can I let you know my quantity on this? I had less than 100 of all of it, didn't I? Did I? Or have I made that up? I've got 30. I've got 30. Sorry, I've now got 30. I've got 30 of these because I've had so many people multi-purchase, and I don't just mean 2s. This is beautiful, delectable. Just look at how that's gallery set. That kind of setting is the type of setting that, for example, De Beers would do on their diamonds. That beautiful gallery setting. That is so incredible. What do you think about this with the precious metal and all of that work?
An amazing price. And I think the fact that we set them, don't we, in the precious metal. It's not plated, you know. So they're precious pieces of jewellery, and you know, I bet the people that have bought, you know, multi-bought, you know, are going to maybe do earrings at that price, or earrings and a pendant. They're full suites. They're, you know, be stunning bridal jewellery.
It's stunning as bridal jewellery. That'd be absolutely perfect. Absolutely stunning. A big well done to every single one of you on that. £9.95. I'm moving on. Literally, I've got like, well, double figures left, but low ones. Very, very low. Probably in my teens, actually. In fact, I'm single figures now. Someone's just checked out too. This is the largest one I'm bringing to you. Again, this is the only 15mm other than that one I've got left, and it's silver. I literally only have this silver one.
Oh.
So this one right here, right now, is your 925 sterling silver cubic zirconia. When you came into focus then, did you see how that fire merged in with the silver work with this? Do you know what I mean? Doesn't that look, you know, genuinely, that looks like a huge, huge, huge diamond.
Yeah, it definitely does.
You know when they do for them? When we do this kind of, you know, when they do, I've forgotten what it's called. They're like illusion set where they put like 4 square diamonds next to each other, and
So
they
it
don't
looks
have
like,
the silver work in between. What is that called? It is illusion, isn't it? The illusion setting. So it looks like one big diamond, but it's actually not. This obviously isn't a diamond, but it's big, it's statement. It's not mosaicked up. How many, sorry? Oh, did you see that then? See that fire? I have 12 exactly left now. Well done. Cardiff, Lincolnshire, Cardiff again, Greater Manchester. This is literally the biggest ones we have in our vault, and this is gone. Once they're gone, I'm afraid. Solid sterling silver, huge amount of cubic zirconia, £8.95. This is serious luxury. I would not be afraid of this as just on a Do you think I've only dropped 2 things so far today? Right, hang on. I'm going to have to stand up to get this back out. It's gone too far down my top. Hang on. Wait. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's stuck around my tummy button. Anyway, it's sold out. I'll keep it warm for you. Last one, smaller this time, because like I say, those are the 2 largest that we had. This is the only one in rose gold. I think this is a multi-purchase because earrings with this, so on trend, so beautiful. Oh, it's cold on the skin, you know. It's cold. It's still there? Yeah. Oh, really? This is rose gold. It is smaller. As you can see, it's a 10mm. I'll show you as a size comparison, funnily enough, with the gold one.
Oh, I'd like to see all three together.
No. In case you haven't made your mind
They
up.
look lovely together, don't they?
They do, yeah. They look beautiful. The silver one's sold out though, so we won't show you that because I don't want to upset anyone who missed it. This is beautiful, isn't it? A little bit more dainty and delicate, but still that fire and dispersion. As I said, these are literally the largest ones we had for you. Now, there's loads of you there. Now, just whilst you're there, can I just let you know something? What I'm about to do is this is what I was going to say to you, Liam, and I'll say it live on telly, and then we kind of have to do it. But basically, Liam was going, oh no, I've just seen the time, it's too late, we can really quickly talk through this tool and what it does and everything else. I think the best idea, because we did promise you it in this hour. So if we load the graphics in, but actually we don't release the price or really talk too much about what it is until after the break. But for any of you who really want to buy it, for example, Kaylee was like, I've been waiting for this, you can come in straight away and get it. I will show it to you, and you can buy it. But if you're thinking, right, I need to know a little bit more, Bex, like tell me a bit more about these, then I will let you know that after the break. Don't forget, I've got a demonstration in the next hour, the hour after, and the final hour for you tonight, because we love Claire, and we just thought we'd make her work extra hard. I have got tools galore. I have got letter stamps, I have got cutters, I've got saw blades, but right now I'm offering this tool selection to you. The graphics are about to come in. Now, really briefly, before we go into too much detail, as I'm sure you can tell, these ones are your extra fine tools. So, if, for example, do you mind if I just nick them?
Yeah.
If, for example, I show you our usual chain nose pliers, as you can see, the graduation on these is very, very different indeed. The precision of these, can you see how precise they are in comparison to the relatively bulky that we usually do? This means you're able to get into tighter spaces, tighter areas. You're able to give a more professional finish to your wire work endings. Sometimes when you do a wire work weave, there'll be a little stray tail that you need to kind of get your tweezers in between, your tools in between. Big bulky ones like this can distort what you've currently done. Ones like this are precision. They get to the point and do exactly what you need them to do. In this selection, I have the chain nose pliers, the round nose pliers. I've also got your flat nose pliers and your bent nose pliers. I'm trying to do it the wrong way. Does all come, I'll get them out in the break, but just on timing. These are your bent nose pliers as well. It does come all really nicely in this wonderful packaging, and as I say, I will explain them more very, very soon indeed. And I'm going to give these to you. You can have a little bit of fun with them. But you can start checking out your baskets now, and I will just let you know you already are. There's a lot of you already in on this one. I've got over 100 though, so you'll be happy to know that. And as I say, we will talk about this a little bit more after the break. Also, after the break, it is going to be our first of the demonstrations. And in the first demonstration, we're going to be talking about metal sheet. Can I just show this? Yes, yeah. Have a little nosy. With our metal sheet, they start as big, in this instance, almost A4 pieces of metal. But with the right tools, for example, your metal cutters, which I've got, or your saw and saw blades, which I've got, that you use alongside the bench peg, which I've got, you can make incredible, inspiring, unique pieces of jewellery. So that is going to be the first of our 3 different medium demos coming up for you, and that's going to be coming up after the break. I am also going to have for you the, what are they called? Oh my goodness, the start of our pricing avalanche as well, so you're going to get really good discounts. I have got tonight's must-have with our letter stamps. If you've never seen us do our own stamping, you are going to love it. Truly, tonight is all about tools and creativity. Perfect for a Saturday, so be back in a few minutes.
Tune in this Monday at 8 p.m. for your chance to see Best of the Week.
Hello, I hope you can join me on Sunday the 14th for the morning show, where I'll be taking your metalwork on a whole different journey with the launch of my brand new DVD, which is metal forming and fold forming. So as you can see from these beautiful examples, you can take that metal sheet and you can really make very, very interesting, beautiful shapes with it, with very, very few techniques. So join me on Sunday the 14th for the morning show for the launch of the brand new DVD.
We're very excited because we're here in the Czech Republic at Preziosa Ornella, and we've seen the process of how the beautiful beads are made, the traditional Czech beads are made, and now we get the really exciting bit of actually choosing which beads we're going for and which colours. And we've gone for the pellet bead, and now Mark and Marie are actually choosing the colours that they fancy.
This is a tricky one.
It is a tricky
because
one.
I just want all of them. I absolutely want all of them. So I really like, there's two different types that I like. I like the silver with a metallic finish, but then I also like this really amazing, unusual travertine finish, which I've not seen before.
So this is on the black base.
So this is on the black base and a jade base and a green base.
They're lovely. Yeah.
And then these are on a silver base with a metallic coating. I just think they're so, so beautiful and a really unusual shape as well. And I love the name,
and the
pellet.
Yeah.
And absolutely, the two-tone colours. So I think I'm going to go for these two here, because I think they'll work simultaneously with each other and as an individual colour bead on jewellery. And then I'm determined to go for some of the travertine. So I'm going to go for the black base.
Okay.
I'm going to go for the jade base.
That's
and
lovely.
I'm going to go for the green base. I just think they work so beautifully together. And I think a range for the gents
I think it
might be on the
right.
cards as well
That's
with
what I
this
was just
particular shape.
thinking.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Mark. So you've picked quite masculine colours there.
Yeah, purposefully,
So I
I
think
think.
I should go for a more feminine look. So I'm going to go for some of the pinks.
Right.
And some of this beautiful golden.
I like that one.
Yeah, and see if we can.
You're
Could
going
you
to
mix them together?
You can, absolutely. You're going to go for a metallic?
I think so. I like the fact that this is kind of a two-tone look, and we've been watching that be made.
We have,
haven't
we have.
It's been absolutely fascinating. So yeah, so I'm going to go for these more pastel-y colours.
And I'll go for something for the gents.
Something for the gents.
Yes,
So we're
yes.
chosen?
Yes.
We have.
Happy?
We are very happy.
Right, well, keep watching your screens on JewelleryMaker, because these fantastic Czech beads will be with you shortly.
Hello everyone, guest designer Mark here with a very important date for your diaries. I want you to put in your diary the morning show on Monday the 15th of April. I don't know where to start. It's going to be the most jam-packed show I think of the year so far. First of all, it's Preziosa morning, so we've got some amazing seed beads and pressed glass beads. You've got me at 9 o'clock with a brand new launch of pellet beads alongside a DVD. We've got some beautiful kits to sell alongside. Then the deal of the day, and if that wasn't enough, at 12 o'clock I'm going to be launching another brand new Preziosa bead called the chili bead. So that's pellets at 9 with a DVD, and then we've got chili beads from 12 till 1, plus everything else. It's going to be a show to remember.
Welcome back to JewelleryMaker, this our make extravaganza, because we're going to have 3 different sort of styles of medium really in 3 different demos and 3 different hours. And we've got loads of tools, loads. I've got JewelleryMaker stamping letters. If you've never thought you could maybe get on board with or afford or create the really unique bang on trend expensive personalised jewellery before, you can today. I have got metal cutters, I have got saw and saw blades, I have got tools and blanks and just loads of gemstones and goodies, and I've got the lovely Claire McDonald. Hiya Claire, lovely lady. Now, we put these tools on screen before, and you're just having a little look at them now because you had your eyes on them from the start of the show.
Yeah.
Now, we are going to demonstrate properly with these in the 9 o'clock hour, which is when we've got a wire work demonstration for you. But we just thought we'd have a brief chat over them right here, right now.
They are lovely.
Feel nice.
They feel really nice, but they're so fine.
They really
so
are, aren't
fine.
they? Sorry for reaching.
And I love the fact that you've got the different sorts. You know, so you've got your flat nose, your chain nose, and the bent nose. So people, if if they do chain mail, they could absolutely do that. All of your wire work.
Can you see how much thicker they are on the end? And the thing is, it might not look that much, but if you imagine putting wire around it, it does make such a big difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
The fact that these are like needle point and these ones are so much chunkier, once you put your wire in between, it obviously makes a very big difference.
But you can see, you could see how, how beautifully they're finished off. So when you pop your wire around it, it's not it's not going to
mark.
Yeah, it's not going to mark,
No.
and it's going to slide off really easily, which is lovely.
The bent nose pliers are cool. What are these going to be good for?
Well, so you could do your chain nose with those, or you can do any wire work if you need, and turn them over, and if you needed to get into like really fine points. I think Fleur uses
chain
bent nose,
mail.
doesn't
She uses
chain
them.
mail,
Yeah, you're right. This is your toolkit. Your price point today. And it's all 4 of the sets, and it is the packaging as well. It is £24.95, which is a nominal amount for the
beautifully finished
professionalism of these tools. And they are, we know the beadsmith, we know their quality. They have got a real prestigious name, and understandably so. They know what they're doing, they know what they're making. You've got the hidden spring on these, which means sometimes you have coiled springs here, they can get really caught up and they're likely to buckle. With this, you've got the longevity with these ones. I have got around about so what percent? About 20% of the stock gone, would you say? About 20% of the stock gone already, but loads of you with it in your baskets. We know full well that once we do a demonstration with these later on, they'll be even more popular, so my advice, get them early. But we will demonstrate with these a little bit later on. Speaking
beautifully finished.
Demoing, we are about to dive on into our first of 3 demonstrations. I'll give that to you.
Thank you.
So, I've got oodles coming up. Genuinely, it's such an exciting show tonight. I'm loving that I've got the bench peg and I've got the cutters and the shears and things that you actually need for your metal work, because I can't genuinely think of a time when I've ever brought a show with the saw blades and the shears. It's either you're lucky to get one or the other.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's really looking forward to that. Now, as you may know, this is a cover shift for the lovely Claire, and we're still going to be doing demonstrations. In fact, we've thrown an extra one in. So, let's show you what you are getting in this wonderful kit, because it is super-de-duper-de cool. Have a little nose. So this is your bare copper sheet that I'm bringing to you, a really, really big size, much larger than the standard. We used to do little ones, sort of a quarter really of the size of this. Today though, I'm bringing to you your bare copper, and these are your 0.4 copper sheet, and it's 9 inches by 6 inches, and it's the 0.4, so the movement to this is gorgeous. Oh, what a weird angle. Oh, I forgot to get that thing from down my top. Blimey, remind me. Yeah, it is. I completely forgot about it. I'm not trying to thieve it, I promise. I just forgot. I dropped a pendant down my top before.
Can you
Still
feel
there? Yeah, I can. Anyway, I am bringing to you now that beautiful big sheet. Now tell us, obviously there are many beliefs behind kind of the use of bare copper against the skin. Our local pharmacy still sells, copper bangles for motion sicknesses, etc. And a lot of people do believe in sort of the properties of it. What is it for you that you like about this thickness of the copper specifically, please, Claire?
Well, it's a bit like if you've got like a structural wire, it's just really lovely to have something that so it's thick enough that will hold its own, but it's actually still malleable, that you can you can use. It's not like you need very, very powerful tools, or tools that maybe some of us don't have or wouldn't feel comfortable using to cut it and work with it like that.
Yeah. So you have that opportunity with this to get that workability and that sort of versatility with it.
And like you say, there's loads. That's one of the largest.
I think it is.
Yeah.
because normally it's around about a quarter of the thickness, the size of this, I would say. Genuinely, probably about, 4 sheets you'd be able to get out of this usually. And then bringing to you the seed beads, you've got your Miyuki matte silver lined, they are the dark topaz, 6 O's, and another set of 6 O's, brilliant, in the bronze. Again, lovely big tubes. Remember our seed bead bundle we did earlier on sold out, so that one is a goner. As well as that, I'm bringing to you bare copper jump rings. Internal diameter is a 7mm and internal diameter 5mm. And the interesting thing about these packs is we've actually doubled them up. We used to do our bare copper jump rings, for example, the bare copper 7mm, they would be 100. It'd be a 100 pack. We've actually doubled them up, so it's almost like you're getting 4 packs of jump rings actually, because you're getting 200 of the 7mm and 200 of the 5mm. So you're getting added extras with this. And I don't just mean the added extras on the metal sheet, I mean added extras on the actual jump rings as well themselves. So there's a lot in here. It can all be patinaed, it can all be altered in its colour and its texture, you can hammer into them if you wanted to. There's absolutely loads and loads and loads you could do with this. So if you want to grab your hands on it today, what was the should-be price on this? Your price point says it's a big price drop. £21.95 for what you're getting here today, right now. £21.95 is your price point on this today. I think you have got something really, really, really special to behold right here, right now. So if you do want to grab your hands on it, absolutely do. 0800 0800 644 655 if you want to make your order. It is also JewelleryMaker.com, so do grab it whilst you have the opportunity, because that is a fantastic price point, it really is. And you can make a lot of jewellery from this, can't you?
And a lot of different sort of jewellery as well, couldn't you? You know, like you do all your chain mail, your seed beads, if you want to work with your wire work. So yeah, and then like I say, you could cut out any shape you wanted and work with your stamps as well, and texturing.
And as I say, I've got hammers, I've got the stamps, I've also got the saw and saw blades coming up, and I have got some snips as well. So if you want to grab this, I will just say, oh goodness, okay, it's busy, it's very busy in fact. 30% of the stock is gone already.
And in preparation for tomorrow for Lovely Fleur's new
DVD launch,
which we both went and we did fold forming together. We learned that together, and it is so interesting. It's so interesting. It's really, really fascinating, and it's doable as well. So I'd say once you start and you learn it, you get the DVD, get the tools. You'll want as much copper sheet as you possibly can to work with.
That is a really sensational price. Yeah. Very, very special. Because I'm just trying to think how much those ones usually were.
The other thing it just allows you, though, if you, especially because you've got the saw, is the width, the length, isn't it? So you can make the most of that lovely length.
I'm just having a look on our JewelleryMaker website just to see. This is a brilliant opportunity. If you do want to grab it, now is absolutely your price and your chance. So do feel free to grab it. Really popular, that kit. In fact, really, really popular. Okay, oh goodness, over 50% has now gone. Fact, very easily. If you do want to grab it, now is most certainly your chance to do so. That is so affordable. And as I say, I've got the things you need to cut it tonight. So we will bring that to you as and when. Well, let's talk about your lovely jewellery. So you brought some stamped jewellery, some textured jewellery, and all of it started off life in a sheet of metal similar to this. I think it goes to show how beautiful things like this can become. So we're going to be talking about the sort of bangle design, aren't we?
Yes, yes. So like the little belt one. So if I have a look, and we'll talk through some of it. So it was on a show. I think it was a couple of years ago. We were in this studio, but yeah. So I don't get to work with sheep very much, so it's lovely to do it really today. So this one, if I sort of take it off, and I'll show you how it works. So you can see, so what you'd need to add in with this, if you've got some structural wire as well, okay? But you can see, so that's the sheet all the way, and so you're going to make your hinge, and then the so you see how that fits in there, okay? So what we're going to do is we'll work these bits, and I'll show you how to form them as well, okay?
We will bring in the cutters for these as we use them.
Okay, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna work with some of this. Let's have a look. Right.
If you are just tuning in, by the way, this is our first of the 3 different demonstrations coming up. In the second hour, we're going to be doing a stamping demonstration with letter, our own must-have letters. You haven't seen these in over a year. We're bringing them to you at a price point that I think will baffle you. As well as that, I'm going to be bringing to you another demo. I'm going to be bringing it to you. I'm doing nothing. I sit here, watch Claire whilst I have a brew. But we've also got another one with Claire where she's going to be doing wire work. So 3 different ones for you to get involved with. If you do have any questions about any of them mediums, absolutely feel free. What? What was that? What'd you say, Lola?
Oh.
That's my ruler, Lola said.
Did Lola say that?
Yeah?
I think, Lola, you'll find it has my name on it.
I can't believe you've blatantly stolen your daughter's. Don't write your name in bolder now. You're going to be in trouble after, says Lola. You're going to be in trouble. Can't believe you've nicked a it even says National Geographic Kids on it, Claire. No wonder. Oh my goodness, Lola's
Thanks,
just
Lola.
well shamed you there.
I
no
can't
wonder.
see you in there, Lola.
You kid.
You're hiding.
She's sneaking around. Hi. So cute.
Okay, so using the lovely ruler. So I'm just going to
Preferably one that's not been stolen from a child.
Oh dear. Been called out. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to cut out, so it comes in different sections. So you've got the wire work part, and then you've got the other two pieces, so that sort of creates that hinge. Okay, so it'd be different depending on what size you wanted. So I'll measure some of these, but then if you wanted to so obviously make it smaller or larger, you would alter the sizes. But certainly for the depth or the width of the piece, so I'm going to go and I'm going to go along the edge here, and I'm going to go about 15 millimetres, like 1.5 centimetres.
Okay.
So I'm going to make my mark there, and I'm just working with a permanent marker. And I do the same on this side. So I'm going to again go on here and mark off there. Okay, so I'm going to turn that over and go along to do my straight edge here. Okay, so I'm going to go along there. So that's going to be my one side. What I would actually do is I'll come and do the other one of those in a minute. Right, okay, so I'm going to use my snips now. Okay. So what I'm starting to do, I'm going to go along and start to cut the sheet. Okay, so I'm going to aim to go on the line. Now what I don't want to do, I might do both ways. So I'll show you what you want to do and what you don't want to do. So I'm starting to go all the way along, and I'm doing it, trying to go as far as I can, and then I'm going to try and bend it down slightly, not too much, not like a. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to do that.
Okay.
Can you see? So I've already sort of like put a little dint in there.
Yeah, I see.
And the other thing you don't want to do, I will do it just so you can see. I don't want to snip. Hang on, if I just go all the way. What you don't want to do is, you see how lovely and smooth it is there. What you don't want to do is keep going and then just snip to get. Can you see how that bit there, how I've really marked it there?
Yeah.
So if you can try, you're going to do little movements to get the sheet out of the way.
Lola says you've ruined it now.
I feel pressure's on with
Your
This
daughter's watching.
critique,
Yeah. You're full on critiquing now.
Absolutely. So you can see, so what you're trying to do is a continuous, you're trying not to do what I did there.
And
Okay.
didn't it?
Yeah, and that
now
little
let
dint.
me just let you know, these are currently on your screen. So we have got the slightly newer version of these ones than Claire's, but they do the exact same thing. These are your Clothes titanium variety. They're exactly the same. So these are very, very sturdy indeed. You've got an 8-inch straight precision ground here, stainless steel serrated blades, and you have the adjustable handles. So first off, for safety reasons, this is in the locked position. To unlock, you're simply going to slide this section backwards. That then opens them up. You'll also see that there is a slightly different section here, which is for the different, for comfort basically. So it can be for different hand sizes. It can also be dependent on what you're cutting. So I'm going to tilt this up, Kerry, because I need to show you what I mean. So if I hold this at the bottom, just if you see, if I hold that right at the end, you can see right now the span on that is around about 9 centimetres from section to from hand to hand, and that is currently on the small section. So if I just tilt here, sorry, I'm trying to get all this in shot. If I close the mouth up together and push that back, it now opens up again, and as you can see now it's on the larger hand setting. You can see you're getting that extra sort of 2-3 centimetres worth. Hang on, let me line it up. So yeah, from sort of 9 centimetres to around about 12-13 centimetres. So obviously different hand size, but also different jobs that is really useful for, and then lock it off for safety. Loads of you in on these ones, haven't seen in ages, and you saw how simple that was for you to cut. Really beautiful straight lines, very easy, probably one of the easiest ways to cut, I would say. I have got the saw and saw blades coming up. You're definitely going to need them if you want to cut more curvature shapes, because it's a bit easier to do it in that way. Also, just to let you know, this does have a memory wire cutter as well. Just as a side note, if you look just here, you can see that is your memory wire cutter. So pop your memory
really
wire in
useful
there.
itself as well, isn't it?
And
Having that,
it is, yeah, because we don't really do memory wire cutters anymore. So if you've got any memory wire, pop your memory wire in there and slice. It's going to cut your memory wire. So a really cool tool for that price, I have to say, £14.95. I'm back with you, Claire, my love.
Okay, so I've got and we'll see how roughly how big this goes. So these ones that I've cut, so one is 12 and one is just under 9 centimetres. Okay, so what I want to get these now. So what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to cut out like a little notch here. Okay, so again you can do all your measuring. So so let's have a look. I'm going to go about halfway here, and I'm just going to do that little section there. Okay, so what you want to do is, if what you've done is when you've cut it out, if you have got any little sharp bits, I'm just going to go and, so I'm just going to use, so I've got that from, these are just from the pound shop, because what you might get, especially if you've done what I did there, I want to get rid of that. So if you've got like we sometimes have we've had the pads as well, but I'm just going to go along and get rid of those. Okay, so I'm going to go in now. So on the longer one, I am just going to go in and snip here. Okay, so again, so I'm going in and I'm just going to snip there. Okay. I'll bring this back. So the other thing you could do, which would be useful as well, is to use a combination of, if you've got the saw as well, because you could get in and you wouldn't have to sort of be bending it how I am now. So I would say, you know, if you've got a combination of the two, that would be great.
And the saw is going to be available for you now. I'm going to do the saw itself first. Frame. So what I'm bringing to you now is the saw frame. If you have any essentially DVD to do with metal sheets, you will see our designers working with the saw. The likes of Fleur and Gemma Crow will pretty much exclusively work with a saw. The reason the saw is so beautiful is because, just as Claire was perfectly demonstrating then kind of what not to do with the shears, you can't really do perfect smooth curves necessarily with the shears. So imagine the shears are a pair of scissors. If you imagine holding your piece of paper and moving your piece of paper to cut a perfect circle, it's not always that easy. It can be a little bit jittery, can't it, on occasion, which is probably why you're like me and you'll use like a die cut to get it perfect. Imagine doing that now, but with metal sheet. It can leave edges, it can be a little bit of a nuisance, it can be quite hard to do with the shears. It's not impossible, but the best way to do it will be
definitely
with your saw and the saw
it's a
frame.
more professional, isn't it? And like you say, so it's a smoother finish depending on what blade you'd use. But I'd be, you know, if you're thinking about working with any sheet, I would be getting both, definitely.
Oh, 100%.
Like you say, it's different,
the right
different
tools.
effects. Yes.
It's almost like saying, right, I want to start wire work. Which pliers do I need? Do I need chain nose or round nose?
Yes, you need
well,
both.
you don't. You need both.
Yeah.
So this, just to let you know, is the saw. It is so simple to use. If you're anything like me, when I first saw this, thought, oh my goodness, that seems a bit too industrial for me. And then I've given it a go myself, and it is honestly so easy. So let me just show you why ours is so brilliant. Basically, there's loads of free tuition on JewelleryMaker YouTube as well on how to set this up. But essentially, it's brilliant because if you're sawing and you saw slightly incorrectly and the saw snaps, what you can do is you don't have to throw it away. You undo this section here, like so, and then move it down, tighten it back up, and actually put your saw section in there. So it really does make the saw blades go further. So even if one snaps in half or something like that, you can actually still use the remnants of it. These sections here are what you open up. So you just loosen them, and that is what you put the saw blades into. And literally you just slide a saw blade in, tighten it up, you're ready and raring to go essentially. $7.95 for the frame itself. The fantastic thing is the saw blades. If you already have a saw and you haven't updated your saw blades in a while, you're going to need to. Now, this is an incredible pack. We price comparison these when we started doing them, and genuinely they were like £32 for a pack like this. Now, the graphics are a bit misleading on this, so please let me explain. On here, you've got your size 1 to 6. They're different thicknesses, and therefore you might use a certain size on the 4mm. You might use the sturdier ones on the 0.6mm. You can use these on your wire. You can use them to make your jump rings, and don't forget, that's what we do often. With these, it says 24 pieces in each size, and that is where these are very different. So this looks like it's just one pack, but actually within here, you are getting, if I just take this out, don't forget they will come with a tiny bit of oil on them. You just wipe it off basically. But if I hold that out, can you see how there's actually loads and loads and loads of these bound together with that wire. So they are mega, mega fine. This is how many you're going to be getting. There's oodles in each pack, which means you're actually getting 144 saw blades, which is why local department stores and DIY stores can sell these for £32. But not today. Your price point on these is incredible. We're doing it for you at £3.95. That is the price for 144 of these saw and saw blades. If you do your price comparisons, the best one I found when we did it yesterday, the best one I found for a similar pack was just shy of £8. So literally we're halving the price of even the best one I could find. This is our own quality. It's the JewelleryMaker saw blades. That is working out per blade 3p. So even if one does snap, you don't even have to worry that you're not going to use it, because again, you pop it back in here, you tighten it up, and you're ready and raring to go. This is so easy to use. We've done loads of demonstrations on exactly how to set it up, and it literally takes moments. It is a fantastic tool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And if you look on, YouTube, I know Fleur's DVDs, the introduction to you know, metalwork things. Yeah, lots and lots.
She
of
shows how to do it on like the mobile with the unicorns
and the carousel one,
and the moon gazing hair DVD as well. She does it on there too. It's really fantastic. These are always insanely popular. I can just remind you that because we never have them on.
Often what happens is that you might do beading and then wire work, and then you'll have a project in mind where you want to put in a little bit of metalwork, and it's, you know, unfortunately just how it seems to happen is we don't often have the tools in. So it's I'd almost say, you know, if you've at all thought about it, I would grab it now, because I can't think the last time I've seen, you know, that we had a weekend like this.
It was in spring last year. So that's the last time we saw this. So it's well worth treating yourself to it right here, right now, because these are the types of things, and it's up to you. It's completely up to you. But my true advice, even if you've never worked with your saw and saw blades before, my true advice is to get 2 packs. And I'm saying that as someone who I know, when I first bought this, I wish someone had told me that, because when you're first getting your head around it, you might get a breakage or two, and don't worry, it's not big and dramatic. It literally just, it's a little bit like when you bend a needle, you know, when you're sewing, you're doing it with seed beads and it snaps a bit. It's about as exciting as that. It's nothing dramatic. But yeah, 24 of each size, you may well go through them, especially when you're starting out quicker than you think. And it's just like with anything, it will go slightly duller over time, so you do need to you know, make sure you've got them. £3.95. I will let you know we had a decent quantity of these because they were a reorder from last year. I have got 50% gone already, and there's just more of you checking out on these ones. It is one of the easiest things that you can get your hands on, and the demonstration on this, as I said, is available on YouTube. If you type in you know, sort of JewelleryMaker YouTube, you'll see loads and loads of links on there for free tuition. £11.90 in total to get 144 saw blades and the saw frame. And let me just remind you, the sword frame, cha-cha! Yeah, I don't know, that's what I think swordy people say, cha-cha. Sword people, yeah. I'm not really up on the lingo. Anyway, but yeah, you only need to get the saw blade once, the saw frame, sorry, once, and I would genuinely suggest you get 2 packs of this, and I really do, because I had to go to a well-known DIY shop to get some others, and literally I refused to pay the prices. Just a bit of advice, it's up to you, but a bit of advice. And remember, you can use that to do your own saw cut gemstones, etc. Lovely lady, I'm back with you.
Okay, so
loads more tools to come, by the way.
I've taken the little bit out here, and I've got the shorter bit here. Okay, so what we're going to do then now is we're going to start to, and what I've added in, I've got some of my a thicker gauge wire. So I think this one is maybe a 1.25. So you can see how I've just bent that. So if I'll just show you where. So I've put an angle in here. Okay, so there's the angle there. I've curved that bit, so you could do that with your ring mandrel, or you know, if you've got maybe your forming pliers. So you're going to go around, another angle in there.
60% of the stock gone.
Another angle there. And then I've got a straight edge there. And so with this straight edge, what I've done is, so you can see it's coming up and then it's coming down. Okay, so that's the little buckle section. Okay. Okay, so there we go. So that's that bit. So I've got my the shorter length and then the longer length. So what I'm going to do is on the shorter length, I'm also, so again, so you could work with your your saw if you wanted to. So I'm just going to start to add a bit of a shape in here. Okay, so I'm going to cut that out, and then I'm going to start to add in some of the little holes there. Okay.
We're about to put the graphics back in for the kit itself, because those shears are very close to a sellout. So just as a quick reminder, if you are brand new or you've just tuned in this kit you got the huge metal sheet. It's sort of, you know, you know, 4 times larger than our usual. I'm also bringing you the 2 sets of 6.0 seed beads and bare copper jump rings in the 7mm and in the 5mm. Should have been looking just shy of £40 on this. Actually, though, today we're bringing it to you at just 21, sorry, not even 29, 21.95. What do you see then? Sorry, Malou, my love. Down to the last 40% on that one, so do just grab it whilst you can. I've got metal blanks, I've got letter stampers coming up for you, which I know you're going to love. We've also got this demonstration, the rest of this. We've also got another demonstration in the next hour, and then another demonstration, and we've got a prize avalanche. It's all going on tonight. Don't forget, you can get in touch with us if you want to have any questions for the lovely Claire, or maybe you'd just like to ask Lola questions about her mum. Feel free. What else? What else does your mum steal from your pencil case?
Right, Lola.
What did Lola just say then?
She'll be happy to share some of it.
She'd be happy to share some embarrassing stories. Good, good. Do text us in, we'd love to hear from you.
I'm not going to be able to concentrate and do all these demos, just telling you now.
Oh yeah, we see what you're doing there. Okay, I'm with you.
Okay, so all I did, I just got my permanent marker and I've gone round. I just want to have a little bit of a curve on this bit, so just the end of the belt there. Okay. So I'm going to just follow that round.
Shears coming out at the bottom of your screen.
I'm going to go round there. So you can see now I've got these little sharp bits. So just be really careful that you're not sort of like brushing away, because you know they can be. You can see how that's curved and that's bent. It's quite sharp. So I'll move those out of the way. So the other thing that I do is if you've got the hole punch, so you can punch the holes in there, okay? So then I'm going to start to, with my bail makers, I'm going to start to curve that. So all of these, wherever I've cut it, what I'd be doing is again, you know, going over and taking off those edges there. Okay, so I'm doing that. And I'd be doing that all over, okay? So I'm just going to start to, let's have a look how we're going to go now. So you can see, so I've got this section, I've got that bit there, so we'll start to see how these are going to fit together.
Okay.
Ooh.
Bench, peg and anvil coming up. This is another tool you will need, especially if you're getting the saw and saw blades.
And if you've got the saw and the blades, you can add a little bit of your you can cut out a little V.
Yeah, that's what Flair does in yours.
It works very, very well. It's very, very good. Very good. So I'm just going over with my forming pliers. Okay. So just gonna keep going.
Lola.
Lola. Right, Angela.
Lola, Angela's sent a message in for you. She says, "Hi Lola, what's your mum's favourite presenter?" Becky. Well done. Yeah, but do you actually know Lola? She doesn't actually know. No, she doesn't actually know. All right, all right.
I'm feeling quite panicked.
That's
right,
another
don't
one.
answer that one.
Oh, do you know that one?
No. Angela, look what you started.
Angela, you're hilarious. Lola, you're brilliant. The bench and the bench peg is available for you as well. And just to let you know, this is what you're going to need to get your hands on if you're going to be using the saw and saw blade. It's not just for this, by the way. It's not just for your metal sheet, etc. This is for sawing into. But your bench and your bench peg, a lot of our guest designers you will see use. So essentially you've got the section here which you can really, really, really easily lower down. See how it's getting more of a gap here? That then means you can attach it onto your table. So if you imagine my hand's the table, you attach it onto your table and then you tighten that up to grip it. This section here is what you will then work from. As we said, a lot of people will cut a V shape into this bench peg, which you can do with, you know, a saw or whatever, and then you actually use this to help you with your wire work and forming, isn't it? Not your wire work, sorry, your metal.
Yeah, but you could also, yeah, and so certainly hammering onto this section with your metal, it's just a really, really useful tool to have.
That, by the way, is just a safety
support as
covering
well.
that we've got there, which you can take off. So, for example, you can use this later, whereby we're going to show you how to use your blanks, put them on there, use your letter stamps, so I might pick up an L for Lola, and I could put the L on here, stamp that on, and then be left with that impression. So that's the type of thing that this is useful for as well. So if you don't have a steel block, this is a great alternative. It's coming up for you in a, right here, right now, sorry. So it is the bench peg and it's the combination anvil. It's £9.95 only, which truly is a fantastic price because it is really heavy duty. You can get lesser quality ones that aren't made with as much sturdy metal as this is. But to post something like this, for us to post it individually is about a tenner's worth. Remember, £3.95 is your potion packaging capped today, so whether you get one thing or 101 things, you only pay £3.95. So that is just well worth sort of bearing it in mind. Big amount of you in on this one as well. Claire, my love, I'm back with you.
Okay, all I'm doing is I'm using my forming pliers, so I'd usually use these with my wire work, but I'm just going to form these to make. So I'm just going round, so you can see just forming the curve. So it's taking it from the flat to the curve. Okay, so what we want to start to do now is lay out some of these. So what I'm going to start with, that's probably a little bit big. I'm going to start to curve some of these in. Okay, so I'm going to start to go in these. So I'm going to bend those in and bend that one in there. Okay. So if I had my saw, what I'd do is I'd go in and just snip that off. So I'm gonna move to that one there. That's a little bit neater. Okay, but this is how you're gonna work with that one. So I'm gonna turn that in, and I'm also gonna turn this one in. So I'm gonna start to grip. Now I'm probably gonna have to go and do both sides. So one at a time, little bit, and bend that one in there. And I'm gonna do the same on that side.
Okay.
So that's giving me this section here. Okay, and I'm going to do the same on this one. So I've just curled in so that we've got the one end that has got the end of the belt buckle, and then we've turned that one in.
That's cool.
Okay, so I've got another little bit of wire there that is almost like a staple. Okay, so I've bent that. So with your chain nose pliers.
Don't forget that kit with the precision chain nose pliers, precision chain nose pliers, round nose pliers, flat nose pliers and bent nose pliers is still available. We'll do a proper full demo on it in the 9 o'clock hour because I've got 3 demos for you today.
Okay, so I'm just going to start to just pop some of these in. Okay, so I'm going to bring that in. Just open this up a little bit. I'm going to start to add this. Okay, let me have a look. Okay. So I'm just going to take that in there and bend that round. So I'm going to bring that round. Okay, so I'm just going to bend this in and that's going to lock that in place. So it's a bit of force just to get the angle on the wire so that goes back. So I'm just holding it there. I'm going to bring that in and close those up. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to push those over and I'm going to do the same on that one.
Whilst you're pushing those over, shall I do the bare copper jump rings by themselves? Because we have been talking about bare copper, and obviously we've spoken about what people believe bare copper to do for the body. Like I say, my local pharmacists sell bare copper spangles that are said to prevent against motion sickness. I know that some of our guest designers will wear it and, you know, believe that it's, when it kind of turns them a little bit green on the back, it maybe means that they need a little bit extra nutrition, and then it stays its normal colour. There is a lot of research done into copper, and a lot of it has come back as quite marvellous, to be honest. So it's great to be able to make with it anyway, but also remember that just like us, copper will age. So if you have with your copper something that is brand new and beautifully high shine, it will age over time, and you can polish it back up to keep that shine, or you can keep the age process going. You can even intensify it as well. If you do want these to stay their beautiful colour, you can just polish them up, or you can get a wax. You can just wax over the top of them to keep that colour. What I'm bringing to you here is perfect for your chainmail, but also in a way, similarly to Claire was showing us, it's great to add pieces together. You remember the owl we did in the first hour, whereby it was a bar of metal and then it had a little loop jump rings to connect it to the next part of the body? These are the same. I'm bringing you 3 of the most popular sizes. These are all internal diameters. They are 3mm, 5mm and 7mm. And again, big amount you're going to be getting in here. I'll just pour a few of them out so you can really see them. There you go. just nice. I just think it's nice, just let you see. So I am bringing to you here the beautiful quality of these jump rings, and you are getting all of those different sizes today. What you're getting is a brilliant price point. £9.95 for you today.
So that
yes.
little
I
that
love
little book
this.
that shows you how it's really important to have, if you can have the sheet and the bare copper together, because that's the bail at the top where you're holding it. Then you're adding in with your bare copper wire, but then those jump rings make the little you know, give you that movement with the little page on the inside. So you can see how
These rather rude. It's less of a book, more of a pamphlet.
But yeah, you could add in as many pages as you want.
And as you can see, metal stamping in there, so we can stamp these on for you. They are jump rings, and there's some wire work. We've had a question in regard to jump rings. Hi, Claire and Becky, loving the show. Can you use the handful for soaring jump rings? If yes, how? Thanks, AJ.
Ah, hi AJ.
Hi AJ, thank you. So yes, the anvil itself you can use, where's it gone? The anvil itself you can use to saw your jump rings. What you will do, obviously, is when you make your jump rings, you will make a long sort of gizmo coil of them, won't you? It depends on how you do them. You make a long gizmo coil of them. And if you have got this section etched out in here, you obviously have that section to prop them up against. We also have a jump ring cutter, which is what a lot of people use kind of alongside their anvil, which is essentially, it kind of holds a long length of your coiled wire, and you literally just put the edge into something that is steadfast like this and then saw along it. There are, again, on YouTube, live demonstrations, and we have done it on our page. I can't remember the exact date, but if you have a little look back, maybe type into your JewelleryMaker YouTube channel, Fleur Hastings sword jump rings, you will be able to see a demonstration of how to use something like this, because we have done it a few times on air. You will need to make it really easy, the jump ring pliers, as well, as I said, that essentially are pliers and they hold the coil, but yeah, essentially you're going to need the saw and saw blade as a definite for that, so just to make that aware. I've got loads more to come up for you, can I just let you know? I've got DVDs, I've got tools, I've got 2 more demonstrations as well as a price avalanche. But for now, Claire, my love, I'm back with you.
So we've got so if I show you that was the little bit there that I was doing. Okay, so that was the little bit of wire that we popped in, and you can see how those are all bent. Okay, so I'm going to also bend these ones again, and we're going to go back, so I'm just popping that on there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is slide that, so that bit there was, you can see, so that little section there.
I see, yeah.
Okay,
cool.
So I'm going to pop that in. Just pop that in there. I'm just going to open it up a little bit. And slide that in.
Perfect.
There.
Got
okay?
you. Yeah.
So I'll just close that up a bit. So it's closing it up so it hooks it in, but still letting you have a little bit of movement. So just sort of take it steady and just curve that back in
cool
there.
is that?
Okay, so that's why you pop that bit in there, because that then becomes the clasp there.
That
if I
is so cool.
get that one there,
Claire,
you
that's
can see
brilliant.
it. It's nice, isn't it? So
Really
just like
gorgeous.
the angle, so you might have to play with that angle there, but then that slides in and hooks it in there. So you've got movement here,
That's really
and here and here, and then it means you can open it up. It's a popular design. There's lots of them. I mean, and it's quite an old design as well. It was, thankfully, I missed that.
That is amazing. No, this is so sweet. We were all just saying how really cool that is. And Lola went, that is really cool. I never knew my mum could make stuff like that.
Ah, thanks, Lo.
In a good way. No, we
Thank
knew in a good
you.
way. You're saying you didn't know your mum was that brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah, we get you. It's really cool. Quite unisex as well, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think it's like quite a classic. There's one in. So it's Nanny Guildford had one like this as well. So yeah, my grandmother had one. So yeah, it's really. I think it's quite a classic design, but one that you couldn't do without if you didn't have the sheet.
And the shears, which are very popular, and the tools. Get any left.
Yeah.
So do grab them whilst you can. Claire, we're going to give you a 12-minute break until your next demonstration,
okay,
so
thanks.
you chill out.
Thanks very much.
Relax. Before all of that, though, let me just quickly remind you exactly what is in the kit, because it's really popular. I can't remember what percentage we have left. Oh, less than 20% left on this kit now. So just as a reminder, this was your kit. So I brought to you the metal sheet. Can you believe that this started off life just like this big sheet? You can make loads out of this, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's lovely and polished as well. That sheet is. That's really, really nice.
So you get the sheet of metal. This is solid bare copper. You get the 2 tubes of seed beads and the 2 sets of your jump rings as well, all for just £21.95 today. So well done to you all. That is a discount deal. It will go back up in price for you shortly. Hi, Tom. You right?
Hi.
I did pick up
Thanks for
those
the
jump
drinks.
rings for you. Yeah, thanks for the drinks. I did pick up those jump rings for you.
Oh, thanks.
No, you're welcome. Pardon?
You're the best.
Oh, thanks, pal. There you are, mate. Okay, I've got loads and loads and loads and loads more to come for you, including another demo in the next hour. We are right now about to start a little bit of a price avalanche. Do you know what a price avalanche is? If you don't, let me explain it. We're going to start off with a product, which is a little bit more of a considered purchase. We are then going to bring to you a product that's going to either be the exact same price or lower. And it keeps going down and keeps going down, keeps going down. The great thing about a price avalanche is if you really want to treat a luxury, something that you've maybe, been really hoping to get, we bring to you those at the start. And then for those last minute kind of pocket money spends, we bring those towards the end. So I'm going to start off my price avalanche for you right here, right now with your more considered purchase. And I think you can see instantly why this is more considered. I'm about to bring to you a tourmaline. Some say the most saleable of all colours of tourmaline. It's rubellite. And rubellite can't just be called rubellite if it's the pink version. It needs to be a very specific tone. This is a genuine gemstone, one of the most expensive of its families. This is rubellite. Isn't that beautiful? This is totally genuine, natural rubellite that we've got here for you. This is such a luxury to be able to offer to you because rubellite is truly one of the more considered of all of the gemstones. We are bringing to you an exceptional quality, and you can see that in its evenness, you can see that in its beauty. The inner glow on this is sometimes known as brilliance. So we talk about light interaction in 2 different ways. So sometimes when you're watching the shampoo commercials and the woman in the shampoo commercials sort of saying how her hair's so lustrous now she's used this. Basically she means it's shiny. It's shiny, it's lustrous. This gemstone has internal luster and it's referred to as brilliance. Rubellites don't often get that. So that goes to show you've got a premium quality here.
Never seen rubellite before like that on a strand.
This price point for that carat weight is incredible, but a little thing you might not know about price avalanche. We don't just start off with a higher price, then go to a lower one and a lower one and a lower one. We give you the best price we can every step of the way, which means you get some of the biggest discounts and some of the best price reductions in the avalanche. £150 for this, I promise you, is sensational. I've paid more than that for one rubellite in a ring. £99.95. You've just got £50 back in your pocket, a £50 saving. We've just given that to you. That's a third off. When we were helping Lola do her homework, I say we were helping her, she was helping us really more than anything. But yeah, I feel like that's got my maths really working today. Really working. Oh, DVD, thank you. £99.95. What would you do with this to make the most of this most luxurious of tourmalines?
I would, I'd be taking my sterling silver wire and I'd do briolette wraps and I would cluster a few of them together. I mean, they are incredible, aren't they?
Aren't they?
Absolutely incredible.
They're really beautiful, aren't they? They're like... Interesting thing about rubellite, because you might not have heard of rubellite. Rubellite is rarer and therefore lesser seen than ruby. So you've heard of ruby, you know ruby's expensive. This is actually much rarer than ruby, much lesser found in the ground naturally. So that price point for it is incredible. It really is a huge well done. I'm about to bring you pearls that are so on trend. And remember, these have to go less than £99.95, all the same, but now I've just said they have to go less. But they are going less, okay, good. Let me bring to you this strand of pearls. Aren't these the most dynamic? Lola says they are beautiful. They really are, aren't they? Lola, you're going to have to start saving up a lot of pocket money, or just maybe bribe your mum. Don't forget, she stole your ruler. That's got to be worth a strand of something, hasn't it? At least £5,000 that ruler should be. That's what she thinks. I am bringing to you this gorgeous 3D look, this high shine effect. I've literally got two left and two left alone. Look at them. One gone, I've got one left. This is totally natural at just £87.95. These are some of the largest. You've got a 2mm in size, a 20mm, sorry, which is about 2 centimetres in size on some of these. Just one makes an impact. That is an incredible deal. Yeah. Literally, I've got one left. We have not, as of yet, put a reorder in on this. Something like that. Well, where was I? I was at a vintage fair, and there was a design whereby that was just literally one by itself, and it was over £300. In fact, I think it was 500. That's sold out. Sorry if you missed it. I'm bringing to you an amethyst, ametrine, and citrine strand. So basically, if you don't know what that is, so you know how we all have birthstones. So depending on what month you're born, depends what your birthstone is. So I'm a February but I was born in February, so my birthstone is amethyst. If you are an amethyst baby and you are a citrine baby, then that means that you have got the opportunity, citrine, November, isn't it? So you have these two different birthstones. Ametrine is where amethyst and citrine naturally form together in the earth. So you've got all three on this strand.
Oh, that is beautiful. Wow.
That is incredible. The way in which the light transfers on the surface all the way inside, and you get this almost aura-like quality. It is sensational. Same price. Oh, it's not staying there. We're doing a price drop. I told you that's what the avalanche is about. Getting big impact, big amount at lower prices. This most certainly is the best quality of amethyst, citrine, and ametrine strand we've ever done. Yeah. It's the luxury, it's the glow, it's the beauty. £69.95 for something which genuinely is a bit of a miracle, because Mother Nature has formed this gemstone If the gemstone becomes slightly too hot, it will turn into citrine. If it becomes slightly too cool, it turns into amethyst. If the pressure is too much or too little, it will be either an amethyst or a citrine. But this has ametrine within it, which means it's literally a tiny, it's literally one location in the world, tiny little strip whereby your amethyst and your citrine sit next to each other side by side. It's magical, it's incredible, and this is not, you know, faked in that way in any way at all. I'm bringing a few more in before the break. Hey? Big price drop on the next one then. Interesting.
Ooh.
I have not seen a morganite quite like this before.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
This is not as baby pink as most of our morganite. This is more of your peach morganite, which is the likes of, you know, it's often the colour that you will see in the windows of the likes of Chopard, the likes of Tiffany. Actually, Boodles had, this is one of their key gemstones a couple of years ago. It's this kind of peachy colour. That beautiful peach, very reminiscent, very romantic, of blush hues, floral colours. Also remember, this is the gemstone of love. That is the belief of this and the connotations with it, eternal love. The previous closing item was $69.95. We have to go lower. Should I go to $59.95 or $49.95? Or $29.95. This should be $49.95. That is the should be price on this. Come 8 o'clock, that is what this will come up to you as. If you do want to grab it, then absolutely do feel free. 0800 644 655. Press option 1 to get through to us. And remember, if you put in your first order today, you get 2 free genuine gemstone strands. And also remember, I've got a brilliant demonstration coming up from the lovely Claire in the next hour, and then another demonstration after that. We've already had a fab demonstration, so we've got oodles to come. What would you do with this one?
I think I would put that with the pearls.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Let me go now. Ooh.
Ooh.
What are your thoughts?
I like the size of those. It's really nice. Nice size here, isn't it?
What about?
Yeah.
What about with those? Very earthy.
These are
organic.
beautiful, aren't they?
Natural. These slices I did as a duo before. We did 2 strands for like pretty much the price of one, I think it was. So I'm bringing to you now your fossilised coral. It does what it says on the tin. We're bringing it to you for £19.95. Remember that price, because I have to go to a break in a few mementos, and we are going to be joining back after that with the avalanche. So essentially, this is what's going to happen. We've already, if you've just tuned in, you have missed quite a lot, but I promise you there's loads more fun to come. So unlike usual, we're going to be doing our must-have as usual after the break. But unusually, we're going to be demoing with it. We have got a demo on, you may not have seen these before if you've only joined us in the last year and a half or so, because we haven't seen these in over a year. We're going to be demoing your personalisation letter stamping with the lovely Claire. We're then going to dive back on into the avalanche. So remember $19.95, because the next one, the avalanche, is going to have to be the same or less. And then we've got yet another demo in the final hour. So we're going to go to a break so that Claire can wipe her brow and sniff some smelling salts, just to give her the extra pep she needs to get through the added demos. And we'll be back in a few.
You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage.
We're very excited because we're here in the Czech Republic at Preziosa Ornella, and we've seen the process of how the beautiful beads are made, the traditional Czech beads are made, and now we get the really exciting bit of actually choosing which beads we're going for and which colours. And we've gone for the pellet bead, and now Mark and Marie are actually choosing the colours that they fancy.
This is a tricky one.
It is a tricky
because
one.
I just want all of them. I absolutely want all of them. So I really like, there's 2 different types that I like. I like the silver, with a metallic finish.
Yeah.
But then I also like this really amazing, unusual travertine finish, which I've not seen before.
So this is on the black base.
So this is on the
It's
black
got
base
coating on
and
the
a
top.
jade base and a green base.
They're lovely.
Yeah.
And then these are on a silver base with a metallic coating. I just think they're so beautiful and a really unusual shape as well. And I love the name,
And the two-
pellet.
Yeah.
And absolutely the two-tone colours. So I think I'm going to go for these two here because I think they'll work simultaneously with each other and as an individual colour bead on jewellery. And then I'm determined to go for some of the travertine. So I'm going to go for the black base.
Okay.
I'm going to go for the jade base.
That's
and
lovely.
I'm going to go for the green base. I just think they work so beautifully together. And I think a range for the gents
I think you
might be
right.
on the cards as well with
That's
this
what I was just
particular shape.
thinking.
Yeah,
I
it's
was thinking,
beautiful.
Mark, so you've picked quite masculine
Yes.
colours there.
Yeah, purposefully,
So
I
I think
think.
that I should go for a more feminine
Okay.
look. So I'm going to go for some of the pinks
Right.
and some of this beautiful golden
I
colour.
like that one.
Yeah, and see if we can.
You're
Could
going
you
to go.
mix them together?
You can absolutely. You're going to go for a metallic.
I think so. I like the fact that this is kind of a two-tone look, and we've been watching that be made.
We have,
haven't
we have.
It's been absolutely fascinating. So yeah, so I'm going to go for these more pastel-y colours.
And I'll go for something for the gents.
Something for the gents.
Yes,
So we've
yes.
chosen?
Yes.
We have.
Happy?
We are very happy.
Right, well, keep watching your screens on JewelleryMaker because these fantastic check beads will be with you shortly.
Our JewelleryMaker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people?
If you have a question or a query for JewelleryMaker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
I am so excited to bring you this fantastic collection of stamps because I absolutely adore personalising gifts. I have my own craft business. It's not specifically selling jewellery, but it is personalising things and selling them on to people, and I absolutely love it. It is such a huge craze at the moment. Full websites built around creating individual pieces with names, etc. For example, you can have rings engraved with names. You can have pictures with your name running through it over and over again. You can have, I've actually got an outline of Cinderella with my name in the middle and then words that my friends would use to describe me around it.
Oh, lovely.
You can get personalised frames. Literally, there's nothing you can't get personalised now. And this is one of those steps. So if you are someone who loves to peruse the likes of Pinterest, the likes of Not on the High Street, the likes of Net-a-Porter, then you will know how much big business is in personalisation. And what we're going to be able to offer to you today is the chance for you to write names, important memories, maybe initials of loved ones, into your designs and make them as unique and personable as you are. This is your tonight's must-have. Now, oh, blimey, the graphics are in. Sorry, I didn't know they were coming in that quick. Right. Okay, the graphics are now in. You now have to grab these ones whilst you can. It's been over a year since we've been able to see these ones. So if you do want to grab your hands on them, this is literally your chance to do it right here, right now. If I just take them out, first off, these are created by us. These are our JewelleryMaker, designer pieces. As you can see, they come in this really handy zip bag, which means that you know exactly what you're getting and where you're getting it. Blimey. Okay, let me just take some of these out. Sorry, I rushing through this bit because the graphics are in, just because I want to obviously show you a demo of how you can use it. But essentially, what you have here is the actual letter on it itself that you will use to stamp down. Now, we know that some of the most premium brands became very successful because they had the guideline on them. We therefore started doing it as well. Well, it was something that we realized was really useful. So essentially, unlike our original ones where we said draw a dot on the side you need, we thought, hang on, we can do that. So actually what we did was we used the arrow ourselves. So you turn the arrow towards yourself, you stamp down as you need to. I'm well aware that you're probably thinking, well, Bex, this is all well and good, but actually I don't know how to use them yet, so why would I get my hands on them? We're going to do a demo for you. I'm going to show you the price. It's the demo that you're going to want to get your hands on. So, you're ready for this because this font is beautiful. It's so individual. It's so unique. Your price point is about to come in. I have brought to you on air punches and metal stamps for A to Z's at £50, £60 today. £19.95, but can I let you know that is a must-have price point, okay? That is not the price they would normally be. That is only because it's tonight's must-have. Loads of you treating yourself to these. I know you want to see the font and everything else, but let me just encourage you to check out on these quick. I'll let you start because obviously people, you're going to want to see that these actually work before you buy them. So let me show you just how pristine these are, and that's what I love about these. They are so crisp and clean. So
should we have a look?
Claire, I'm back with you.
Okay, let's
with
see how...
Lola's stolen ruler.
Yes, with the ruler. So and just bear with me with this because this table is quite a bit of. It's not the most ideal. It's not the most solid. So we'll see how it goes.
So essentially, let's just talk about why that is. So this is a sort of plyboard table. When you're at home, do it on maybe your kitchen work surface. Do it on your dining room table. Anything that is not essentially sort of a set. Don't forget, you can also do this with the anvil, which I think we still have, don't we? So on the anvil, there was the section that you can stamp onto. So you're just guiding that out.
Yeah,
with
what
tape.
I'm going to do, I'm going to tape it down now, and I'm going to put a couple of bits of tape on this bottom section. Sorry if I get my head right. I'm just going to.
So this is to help us not only stick it down, but keep it straight.
Yeah, because what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and just rest part of it onto this. So when I sort of like draw it down, I'm going to try and rest the stamp actually, so I can almost feel that little groove there. Okay, so I'm going to do. Let's see what we've got. So the distance here. Oh, this is going to be some maths now, isn't it? Let's have a look.
Lola will help.
Okay, so if we go for about, I'm going to go for.
How many letters are you going for?
I was going to do 4.
Okay, so you need to make sure that at the 1 centimetre
I'm going to go here.
There's a letter on either side.
So that's sort of like the centre bit, isn't it? So I want half a centimetre there. Oh no, because I'm going to go over there, aren't I?
Yeah.
So
that's where your gap will be, the bit you've just drawn the dot
right,
in now.
okay, so the dot there and the dot there. Yeah, so I'm going to go L-O-L-A. If I was going to do... if I was going to do say
good name,
Claire, C-L-A-I-R-E. Oh no, that's no good. I need
Becky. So Becky would have a C. It's the middle letter.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, yes.
So even or odd, dependent.
Okay, so I'm going to go with. Let's have a look. Superstars at maths. Okay, so I'm going to go with the.
Because we've all been practicing with the year 6 homework.
Okay, so I'm going to hold here. I've got my hammer.
We do still have the chase hammer. This is the literal hammer that we have on air for you today as well.
So what you're going to try and do is you're going to try and do one one hit.
strong hit.
Yeah, okay, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's see how that has come off.
Oh,
okay.
that is fun. Can I show that to Paul? Do you mind? If I just tilt this. This is what I love about our stamps, okay? And I'm well aware, loads of you got it in your baskets, and you're like, I need to see the quality of this. Our stamps are the premium quality without the price tag. Just look, even though this is sort of, the letters themselves are around about half a centimetre. So by the way, the 2.4mm is kind of the overall size, if that might make sense. But let me show you just how crisp that O is. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? I've got this stamping set at home and I love it because actually in the design, when you look at the sort of packaging, it looks like loads and loads and loads of little dots, but actually it's just to signify the kind of texture that you've got building up in this. Isn't that beautiful? Look how clean that is and crisp. If you want to grab this, feel free to do your research, but don't do it now, just because we had to very politely ask for this. It will be embargoed tomorrow. It will be embargoed tomorrow, which means you won't be able to purchase it again for a while. And the reason we do that is for shows that come up. So you're on to L now?
Yeah, so I've got 2 L's. Okay.
It looks so brilliant.
It's lovely, isn't it? Really,
Loads
really
of
lovely.
you in. This is such a fantastic gift.
Okay, so if you'd done it, and I mean, I'm no stamping expert at all. I like to have a, as you might be able to tell.
No, you're doing a great job.
But it's so lovely because I have done things for Lola before, and she has put in. I've done things for Ellen as well, my other daughter, and it's just really nice that you can absolutely personalise it very, very quickly. Which, you know, if you look, you'd pay a premium for that because it's individual, isn't it?
The first set I bought of A to Z weren't in a nice packaging like this. They didn't have the signpost on them to tell me, you know, put the arrow towards yourself, so the letters were all over the place. And that was over, it was £45 or £55. Oh, look.
Do you want like a little kiss, Lola, at the bottom? Should I put a kiss, or do you just want...
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So I'm going to just move that down.
And the blanks are coming up for you, don't forget. And the hammer as well, I'll do in a minute. Or 4.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's so lovely.
There we go. So, what I can do now, well, I need to have a little rummage around in here.
Yeah, of course, so that you can wipe it off.
Yeah.
So we'll give this little wipe off just so that the permanent marker isn't on it anymore, and then we'll show you it. I'm going to do the hammer for you now. This hammer is a jewellery crafting hammer. This is what you're needing to create something like this, because with any tools like this, you're right, Claire. In fact, we've taken your mic out because you've been so loud, apparently.
Sorry, I've just knocked the bin everywhere.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, bin juice. Anyway, but yeah, if you use, say, the hammer that you just have, I don't know, knocking around in your tool shed, essentially what happens is, because, if I get it out, because of the depth of the letter and the circle around it, if your hammer is too heavy, like your usual toolbox hammers, what happens is you don't only get the letter, it actually pushes so that you get a circle around each one, which doesn't look as professional. So this is perfectly weighted, this hammer, for this design. It's got a really long length handle, which is wooden, which means less chance of reverberation, so that when you are hammering with this, it's not kind of painful through your arms. It's also got the ball peen at the end, which means that you can add textures to your designs and actually help shape things as well. So for you right now, £4.95 is your price point for this one. So what have you just done there, sorry?
All I was doing there is I'd used I used a little bit of nail varnish to get rid of the dots that I'd use as the guide.
Yeah, you can also use like a rubbing alcohol, can't we?
Yes, yeah. And then I've just gone back over it in there, so in the letters with the permanent marker, and then just rubbed it off. So it's stayed into the bit that is stamped, and then it's got the nice shine, so it just stands out. So you don't have to do that. It's just a little bit of a detail that you can.
Isn't that amazing? So just go in with your permanent marker and literally just rub it off. And you can rub it off with nail varnish remover, even like rubbing alcohol. You can put over that.
I've just done it with a
little bit of nail varnish, put it on and literally sweep it off. Yeah. So let me just remind you exactly what we are getting here, because this is a fantastic set. You're not only getting the A to Z, you are also getting the ampersand. I'll keep this one out actually so you can see really nice and crisp how clear it is. You get in the actual set the sections where you need to put them, which are really clear and obvious to see. You're also getting the sort of signifier of them with the dots, as you saw, is a little bit more sort of dainty. You also get this section here. And because you've got this section, the arrow, you put the arrow towards yourself when you stamp, and you know that letter is going to be the right way around every single time. This is a really padded packet as well, which by the way does come with the zip on just for added security. So it means it keeps them all beautifully in place. And just as a little reminder, this is the kind of look you can get with it, and I will do these blanks in a short while for you. But personalised jewellery is everywhere right now. It truly is. Lola says, thank you, first off. And second off, she put it on a chain. I've actually got some chains coming up in a bit. That might look quite nice.
Oh, yeah.
£19.95 for these ones. That is such a fantastic, fantastic element. And it's not been seen in over a year. Obviously, you've worked with different stamps. Have you worked with this font before?
I don't think I have.
What does it make you think of? Do you like it?
Yes, I do, because it's got that. It's that having the little dots is added. It's added detail, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a lot more intricate. And I did think, I wonder how hard I'd have to hit to actually get those dots. But it's no different, really. It doesn't feel like it's any different to the other ones.
No. And of course, the chase hammer is exactly perfect for it, because it means you didn't get any of the circle outlines, which you do often if you use too heavy a hammer.
Yeah.
So fantastic for you. I've got the blanks, and then I need to dive back into the avalanche. So
that's really nice to see those. Really
brilliant,
nice.
isn't it?
Really nice.
And just to remind you too, it's not just on copper that you can use these. You can use these on pretty much any metal, apart from stainless steel. But you can use it on pretty much everything else,
and
including your sterling silver.
In your polymer clay as well, can't you?
Of course you can. Yeah, you can actually just ease them into things like that. Which one did you say, lovely chap? Oh, I love these. This is a really nice collection.
Ooh.
This is a bundle collection.
Oh, how lovely. These are very useful.
The connectors.
Little, just little...
So let me just separate
You could just do one little initials, couldn't you? And then macrame over the...
That's perfect, isn't it?
That'd be very, very, very on trend.
So put one letter in, or two or three letters even, if I just... Where's your Lola gone? There it is. Let me just show you. So what you could do is you could just do one letter. You can see the letters, big enough definitely to fit on there. And because you've got a number of these, you could join them together with jump rings. You could join these together, one jump ring to another, and write a whole word. You could do macrame as well with these. Jumpy thing. But yeah, you could do these across the bracelet, or you could do them down,
on chains,
on chains, couldn't you? Very simplistic for you to be able to do, very easy indeed. And you're getting 10 of these ones, but it's not stopping there. I'm also bringing to you the lovely long bars, where you could put almost the, when you do like ancient hieroglyphics and they put in the bar, I've forgotten what it's called. But you can do that kind of look with these ones. Because these are so long, again, if I just give you a size comparison on the letters we've just brought you, you could see that you could get a lot of those letters in. What are you chuckling at? I missed that. I missed that. My earpiece went funny. Oh no, my earpiece has gone funny again. Go on, what you say, Lola? You could make some funky eyebrows. Do you know what? I'll be honest, I'd never thought about it, but yeah, no, you're right. And you're right. Or a moustache. Oh no. Don't you zoom in on my face, I can see you. No, I'm not sure about the moustache, it's not my colour. Anyway, I'm bringing to you 3 of those ones. Also, these are probably my favourites, I'll be honest. Apparently the moustache will suit you better.
Okay.
Do you want to give it a go? No?
No,
No, do feel free.
No, I'm all right, thank you.
I love these ones. These are my absolute favourite. Have I still got them jump
I like
rings?
these
Have you got a
together.
jump ring anywhere? A big one. Because what I think this is for beautiful, for personalised jewellery. So this is your main section with the use of a jump ring at the top of each of
I don't know if they'd be
these.
big enough.
Laying them up, and you actually have the two moving sections there. So you could maybe put a name around the outside here. Well, I'm trying to think. Let me think. Hang on. Quickly. So let's just think about what we could stamp around this. So what you could write is you could write something like. You could put Lola in it. Yeah, no, it's a good idea.
There we go.
You could write, oh, well done, thank you so much. So you could write something like, on this side, you could write, I choose you, around this section, and then when you move it, it could continue to say, and I'll always choose you.
Aww.
That's nice. And then actually have the initials here. So, you know, sort of person's name. I could, yeah, you could write that. You could write your song lyrics as well, couldn't you? Yeah? You could also write you and me in there, and then something like, you know, together since, and a you know, a date or something, sort of, you know. Absolutely up to you. So you're getting 3 of these and all of them. Well done. Okay. $14.95, well done. I want to bring to you, in fact, I've just lobbed that back in there, a gold chain that will go perfectly with it. Look at that. How perfect is that together?
I love this chain. I haven't seen this for a while. It's really nice.
What do you like about it?
I love it because it's so gold, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's so gold,
is.
and I think the design is really nice and shiny.
What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah.
Big chains are very in at the moment, very sort of Versace, very Oscar de la Renta. I've been working with these really big, oversized, chunky chains. £3.95 for a full meter's worth tonight. I think that is a fantastic price point that you've got your hands on for this. I truly do, because you've got that weight, you've got that sturdiness, and you've got a full meter. That doesn't mean you have to use the full meter.
But you could braid it as well, can you? And twist, which would be very nice.
Especially as I've got the other colours. So let's work it out this way. If I can do a bracelet with this, so that's a bracelet's worth, I could get out of this 1 bracelet, 2 bracelets, 3, 4, 5, 6 bracelets I could get out of this. Probably 7 once I put a clasp on. 66p per bracelet.
They're a perfect match.
And it's genuine gold over the top of this, mind you.
Yeah, with those.
Oh, gorgeous idea. Hang on. Yes.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Absolutely perfect, yeah.
Yeah, that works, doesn't it?
That's really nice.
How many left did you say, love? Okay, I've got 50% of the stock gone, so 50% left. Yeah. So
good maths again.
Honestly, we're on it tonight. We really are. We also found out that scientifically, our team is awful at maths.
Oh.
Yeah, all of us.
Oh, right, okay.
No, scientifically, because we all had to resit our maths GCSE to get a C.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Kerry didn't even.
Do you know what's really worrying then? I didn't.
She didn't even bother. Bother. Go on, please.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't have to resit it.
Did you not?
No. I was rubbish at it, but yeah.
No, I had to resit it to get a C. Anyway, let me bring to you another set of blanks now. Oh, which ones did you say, lovely?
I really like those ones, really like those.
I'm going to do the silver version of these now, if you fancy. By the way, these are the only gold ones I have. So if you're thinking, oh, right, let's see all the gold blanks. They're the only gold blanks I have in the entire show. Just hold that there. So these ones, same situation, this time in the silver. 3.
I mean, they would just be lovely. If you
dropped.
just put a shepherd hook on those, they'd be fabulous earrings, wouldn't they?
Yeah, perfect. Who do you think would win out of an arm wrestle between me and you, Lola Wonders?
I'm saying you, yeah. Interesting.
Because I'd say you. I'd say you. Yeah, especially after that half marathon you did.
Oh no, I was ruined afterwards.
Yeah, but you still managed it. I wouldn't. Here we go. I have got £11.85 on this one because it's genuine silver plating. It is not the gold plating, so it is more affordable for you. Really nice sturdiness to these. And again, with the letter stamps that we brought to you, you're going to be able to get loads and loads and loads of letters on there. Just to give you an idea of size, you know, this is the actual size of the font. This is taken from this collection. That is a beautiful look. Can I just remind you as well, these are still available. They will go back to their original price, £20 something, at 8 AM. But now they're £19.95. So if you do want to grab them, they are available. They are being taken away from us tonight, though, actually, so they're not even on the web tomorrow, I don't think. They're not on air live, I know that for sure, after today's show, because they're being embargoed for a show in April. May, next month. So thank you. I'm going to bring to you now the silver version of the chain. So perfect to go with this. What do you think these ones say together?
I mean, I'm absolutely loving these chains. These are very, very on trend. These are what you would see. I'm thinking, you know, like nice high street shops. I think,
yeah,
you know, you'd find things like that.
Completely. I am bringing to you right here your silver plated curb, a metre's worth of it. Again, same price we're going to actually do this for. £3.95 is about to come in. You are going to be getting that beautiful quality. Loads of multi-buyers in on this already. Straight away, boom, 3 is in and checked out.
Because we don't often see it. I think I had it in a kit. I had the gold one in a kit maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen them since then. So, you know, and they're so useful.
They really are.
Really useful.
So useful, so unisex. And do you know what? I forgot to talk about this before, actually. Huge, unexpected trend. And I say huge because I read about it in Vogue. I don't buy Vogue because it's quite expensive. However, it's like a cafe bakery thing near me. Has it there, like, you know.
Oh, nice.
So when I'm queuing up for me a savoury roll, I have a little snoop through. Anyway, I saw in Vogue last month's one. Last month's Vogue. That very big and on trend right now is glasses chains for people in millennials. Anyway, heard that and I was like, that's a bit unusual because sometimes, you know, you can't be sure. Went into Outfit the other day and saw a whole set, which is Miss Selfridge's, which is what else is it? Topshop and Wallace and Evans glasses chains.
Amazing.
Proper, like, you know, sort of fake pearls and everything. And then there was an article about it in the Sunday paper as well. Can't remember which paper it was, but in the Sunday paper, was it? What did I get this weekend? Can't remember. Because I was saving up vouchers for something, but that's ended now. Anyway, yeah, get making. Loving this chain. I'm going to bring to you rose gold next. Tell me which ones. Yes, think about it. Right. Yep. So is the rose the textured one, Sweet Pea? Yeah, that's all right. Let me show you this. Oh, he doesn't know. Do they look like this, love? Hang on. Well, let me flip. These ones. So, these ones, I'm going to offer to you, these are the only textured ones we have, and I think these are still going to be absolutely fine as you like to stamp into.
They're really lovely with Cerulean as well. I use these with Cerulean.
Why?
Because you've got you've got the two sides, so you can press your Cerulean into the textured side, and it'll take on that texture, which is a really, really lovely look.
That's nice.
But just mix them. I mean, they're really nice on their own. Doing nothing with them.
And just having loads of these linked onto chains next to each other.
Yeah, F colour really good for as well.
Great idea with F colour, because this is slightly raised. If I put this in my mic, you might be able to hear it. Yeah, so it is raised, it's not, because sometimes they just kind of slightly etch those on, don't they, or give that kind of look. They are raised, so it's got gripability, if you will. So, £7.95, these are for 10 of them, and they are your rose gold hammered circles. And again, great for your stamping, £7.95 for them. These are going to be beautiful, just all in together. I think they're going to make some, if you just put loads of these along a neckline neckline, you know, 2 centimetres apart, 3 centimetres apart. That kind of look is very chic for holidays, isn't it?
And mixing your metals as well, so you could put the rose gold onto the gold or the silver.
Beautiful idea. Lastly, but by no means, no, not lastly even, yeah. So, let me bring to you the circles now. Now, these ones are just plain bare circles, so you're going to need your hole punch. Well, not necessarily. You could wire wrap these if they were a cabochon, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Let me just try and I can't hold them in between that way. So here you go. This is what you're going to be getting. Now, these ones are different because these are copper plated, copper rounds. What you're going to be getting here is that lovely copper colour, because it's copper plated, you know, it's got that sort of beautiful, rich blush feel to them. These are beautiful as well in memento boxes, so you don't even have to jewel them or make them into jewellery. Things like this to actually have almost like a, you know when you gift lucky pennies? This kind of look is beautiful. £2.95. These ones have been very popular in the past, a really popular purchase. Because of that, I've now got less than 20 available. Once these have gone, again, these are gone. These are fantastic, 12 grams worth of copper you're looking at in here in total. So you could stamp, if you hand me that logo again, do you mind? Just to give you an idea, these are our largest in a way that we've done so far. Think about how much you could actually fit onto there in that centralised section. You'd easily get sort of six letter word in there, and then it maybe a 4-letter at the top, a 4-letter at the bottom, and still have a bit of space left over if you wanted to. £2.95. I'm in my teens in quantity on these ones. What do you like about these ones?
I just think, well, they're lovely to have that. The fact that they're copper plated onto it, so it's not gonna you know how this one will oxidise.
Yeah.
That one's gonna keep that colour, isn't it? So it's gonna be
yeah.
nice and bright.
Yeah.
And yeah, just how much you can do with it, the versatility, and it's a nice size. I do
beautiful,
think it'd be
isn't it?
nice as a if you put the two together.
That's a nice idea.
Sort of like a
Let me
nice
hold them both.
backing, and maybe a gemstone or some seed beads at the front.
That's a nice idea.
Because you've got old movement, then that's a very popular look, isn't it? Sort of like layering them up.
Especially as I did the bare copper jump rings before.
Yeah.
These are coming up and these are bare copper, but I've got 5 left. I'm going to go on to these ones next. These are my final blanks. I'm sorry about that. Don't have a huge amount of these. I'm going to bring to you the bare copper now. So these ones are what we did the demonstration on. These are your copper flower. I'm sure these are bare copper. They did say bare copper, didn't they? They feel like bare copper. It's just unusual. It's not in the name.
Yeah, they do. These would be good as well with, you know, the dapping block.
Dapping block.
Yeah, so you could dome them a little bit. Be very pretty.
So you can age these, you can oxidise these, you can obviously stamp into these as well, as you can see there. These ones, we're actually, wow, okay, yeah, let's do it. We're actually going to match the price. Can I let you know already? Very popular, and therefore people checking out on these pretty pronto. You can form these, you can shape these, you can twirl these around. £2.95 for you today. Have these hanging down from, say, a bangle, such as the, you know, even like the wire work you did before. Cutting things out like this would be very difficult, by the way, this shape to cut out. I know I brought you the saw and saw blades earlier on. I also brought you the shears, didn't I? To be able to saw this kind of shape out, you can do it, it's very time consuming. So it is, if you did get the bare copper sheet earlier on and you got the saw and saw blades that we did as well, you're probably going to want to grab these anyway, because you might think, I can make them myself, but it takes a while. The bare copper sheet is still available. They have now sold out, I'm sorry. The bare copper sheet is still available. And look.
It's a nice similar sort of size,
gorgeous.
isn't it? That's what I was bringing over, because it's a similar sort of size. So you could, you know, I'd say for pendants or charms on bracelets as well.
That's
nice.
a beautiful idea. Oh, I love it. Huge well done. So if you love those blanks, this was your font. And I've got one more chain. This one's slightly more dainty.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
I've not actually seen this one before, I don't think. Have you?
No. Yeah, it's lovely.
So, what we're bringing to you here is this beautiful antique bronze, slightly more dainty. I will show it to you with the bare copper, because this is obviously a highly polished copper. But actually, do you mind handing me the bangle you showed us to make? That one. Thank you, love. See, as it oxidizes and ages, it becomes a little bit darker. We actually showed you how to make this before. We brought you the shears, the cutters that you need to do this. We did a demonstration on it. We've actually done 2 demos so far, and we've got another one coming up in the next hour. I'm bringing it for you for £1.95. By the way, did I mention the second kit's going under £20? Am I allowed to say it's going under 15? Oh. Going under 15. Going under £15 that next kit for you, by the way. A huge well done to everyone who's got their hands on all of these. Beautiful quality. We are going to dive back into our avalanche. So we did a bit of a price avalanche for you before the break. Can you remember what price we ended on? Who can remember? I'm not going to tell you. We'll dive into the next one, because the next one's going to match it. Blimey, we're matching that price on kyanite. So let me remind you, I'll get the kyanite rough. I'm never picking up that rose quartz rough ever again, because I had a mishap with it the other day.
Oh no, did you?
Well, I nearly dropped it, and then I started talking about a well-known singer. It was very odd. It was peculiar. I'll tell you later.
Oh, was Fleur with you?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about kyanite. So, this is the rough form of kyanite. What I've got here is all of that lovely quartz, all of that beautiful elegancy, and then you've got wonderful look. What you're getting here, though, as you can see in this section here, is all of those silvery colours, and that is what you usually see in the cut. What I'm bringing to you often is that kind of nice silvery colour, but what you want to see when you're getting that silvery colour, which you don't often, is a sheen. Can you see it here? How that sort of sheens inside, and that's because the light is always skimming across these. So it's not like a lustre in the sense of the light hits it and pings back to your eye. It kind of skims underneath. That is what you're getting with this. This is exactly the same gemstone. It's just that we've sent it to our lapidarists, otherwise known as gemstone cutters, in Jaipur, and they have cut this for us so that you can work with this treasure of the world. I like this one because it has that glow under the surface, which I personally really like in kyanite. It's almost like a chatoyancy. If I just show it you on my hand, probably easier to see, isn't it? So I can give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Chatoyancy underneath the surface, that's the qualities that you're getting here, and it does give you this almost moonstone-like glow. You can see it there. It depends on the angle of the light that hits it. All of that is entirely natural kyanite from one of the highest mining regions on the planet. And today, all the way from Nepal, we're bringing you the natural quality of kyanite for £19.95. We started off an avalanche, before. We are continuing it now for you before our next kit. £19.95 for you today. It's a fantastic price point for this. I would love, love, love to see your makes with this, your designs with this, because honestly, that is such a great quality for the beauty you're getting in here. You know, every single one of these has got that chatoyancy locked underneath the surface, and that is such scarcity to see. I like kyanite because you're either looking for the really stripy ones, or you're looking for the really blue ones, or you're looking for the shine like this. And you don't usually get the shine like this to such high proportions. Every one I've looked at so far has that light dancing underneath it. It's a very difficult gemstone to cut, completely natural. £19.95. Keep dining through. Would you do me a favour? If you see anything you like, will you check out ASAP for me? Because I've got literally like 30 more products to do. I'm not going to get through them all, we know that. But if you check out quicker, I'm allowed to move on quicker, so I will get more into the avalanche, which means we'll go to lower prices, if that makes sense. So, next one in the avalanche either has to be the same price or lower. Interesting, I've not seen this strand before. So when I bring to you 2mm strands, I usually bring them faceted, don't I? But not here. Smooth lapis lazuli. How would you describe that specific blue? It's really deep and intense, isn't it? It's sort of a navy, it's sort of a denim blue. Now the fact of the matter is that blue is more often than not nowadays dyed. This is entirely natural. For you today, though, it's not. You ready? Not dyed. totally natural, rare location, brought down on horseback. $16.95 for a meter's worth. This is the first time I've ever seen us do a meter's worth of a 2mm gemstone. This hasn't been on since last year. It's the first time I've ever seen it, I have to say. That is a serious amount of gemstone for that little price. I would be happy to do the 38 centimetre strand of lapis lazuli in this size. I'd be happy to do that for £9. But actually in here, I've probably got about 3 of those over, so I'd probably expect about 30 quid for this. $16.95. I've got less than 40, did you say? Yes.
Colour's amazing, isn't it? I think that would work very, very nicely with all the, you know, the copper blanks that we had, or the gold, maybe the little gold. You could do that, couldn't you, instead of your doing your macrame.
Beautiful.
Stackers.
Huge, well done to you all. I do have to
Gorgeous.
move on because I've got loads to fit in. Just because the graphics go doesn't mean you've missed out on it. Just stay on those phone lines. Which one did you say? Sorry, Poppet. Oh. Rhodochrosite, usually when we get it, I said when we used to get it sort of 4 or 5 years ago, it's a lot of creams. Today though, it's not. It is beautifully pink and peach, very bright, sorry. We are bringing to you a beautifully positive strand. Do you mind handing me that? Yeah, that. Thank you, sweet pea. Just 'cause I think that'd go great.
And with the lapis that you had would be lovely.
That's a lovely idea. We've done the stamps for you today. Incredible price, very special price. We did them under £20, even though you and I know they shouldn't be and won't be after 8 o'clock. But yeah, something like that as a design, just beautiful. £13.95 on your Rhodochrosite. Let me also remind you about this.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up in the avalanche. But Liam's not going to tell you when. But it is guaranteed under £13.95. Is it next? It's not next. No, it's not next. It's not next. Well done. Let's bring to you a double trouble now. Double trouble, £13.95 or less. Double trouble of pearls. These are genuine pearls. They're not fresh water. They are freshwater pearls. They're not shell pearl. They're not glass pearls. They're not plastic pearls. These are real pearls. Pearls are formed in what we refer, they're either formed in oysters or mollusks as a general rule, which is essentially 2 shells, if you imagine 2 shells, one on top of the other, with a hinge point. What these do is they then take in the sort of nutrients around them, and that will depend on the quality of the pearls and the colour of the pearls. These are very even.
They are.
Very even in colour, very smooth and beautiful. Double trouble on these ones. Today, for both strands, £12.95. Fleur had a similar strand to these in her kit yesterday, and she did a necklace with them, and she said she'd sell it for £80.
I'm just looking at the DVD that's there, the bracelet.
Oh yeah,
so that'd be perfect because you'd need a couple of strands for that, wouldn't you? That's ideal.
Perfect idea. You see how they're done on either side? You've got the 3 lengths for the bracelet there. Yeah, perfect. And actually the one on the back too.
Nice.
Same sort of design.
Yeah.
Great size for it too. £12.95. We are going to stay at the same price, or we're going to go lower on this one, on the next one. Yes, okay. This is going to be a little bit of a treat. Lola, lovely Lola, who has basically had quite a few sweets today. She is currently taking loads of selfies, apparently, which is cool. Yeah, lovely Lola is with us, and Lola got us some sweetie necklaces. When's the last time you had one of them? You know the necklaces that come on like the stretchy and you chew them, and if you're mischievous like we were before, you chew them in half and then you start pinging them at each other? Yeah, we did that in the office. This is what this is like in a way, perfect for your sweetie style design. I have got for you here your multicoloured quartz. Doesn't it look like a sweetie necklace or sweetie stranded? What do you like about this one, please?
It always makes me think of, you know, like lovely Christmas lights. You know, like twinkling and the multicoloured. That's what they make me think of.
They are beautiful.
Yeah, like the sweets. Something just very pretty.
Do you fancy going under a tenner for this avalanche? Let's do it. we are bringing to you everything from now, including the star buy, is under £10. We're coming in with £9.95 on this one for you. These are your 8mm rounds. You're so right. Very festive, very twinkly like kind of colour.
But if you separate them out then, so if you did earrings and you just took out and you matched the colours like that, it's a very, very different look. Very, very different look to the strand then.
Very good point. Very pretty indeed. Lovely size on these ones as well. Do space them out. Use them with different kind of treats as well. And if you did want to use all the pinks together, or the yellows together, or the blues, etc., then you absolutely can. Just to let you know, there will be more of the pink stones on your strand than any other colour, as you could probably tell. That is the pattern of it. So every other is a pink stone, and then pretty much, and then after that you've got all of the different colours in between.
Yeah, 'cause that's like a real peridot green, isn't it? That one. It's, yeah.
I'm sliding on into some. Oh. I haven't seen this cut in ages.
Yeah, these are lovely.
Rose cut. So these are hand cut. This is so difficult. Honestly, so difficult. If you imagine sketching out a rose, it's not the easiest thing to sketch out and for it to look realistically. But now imagine etching that into a gemstone. Then imagine doing it on the top and on the bottom to try and get it even. And then imagine doing a sort of rivet almost around the outside, because that's what has to happen with each and every one of these. Handcrafted. The rose design, the girdle, if you will, the cutting at the side, which makes it great for soutache or cord, and then the same on the other side. Loads of them in the natural gemstone of Dalmatian jasper for £9.95. I'll count up ish how many you'd have on here. Great for cuff links, great for stretchy bracelets. What would you do with it?
And also prong setting as well, because you know the little bits that that you said sort of where the petals go in. That's a really nice guide for when you do your prong setting of where to put your prongs.
That's a great idea.
It's very useful for that.
And of course, because it goes in, it's less likely to skip all over the show, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and nice and flat as well if you were going to make rings.
Yeah, lovely and comfortable. Because like rose rings are really popular and things, aren't they? When you see like wirework rose rings and things.
Very.
These are beautiful, highly unisex. You are in the midst of your avalanche. Saturday night avalanche is very unusual. Normally avalanche is sort of a midweek treat. So you on the weekends, you might not really have seen it before. We are midway through our avalanche, which means that we do things, we do prices. If the price comes in, that means the next item will either be £9.95 or lower. You get great deals in this time. Which one, sorry, Sweet Pea? Isn't this yesterday's?
Oh, I like that colour.
Was this yesterday's must-have? It's very similar.
That would be nice with the roses that you had. Just
different size, I think.
That's lovely.
Zingy. Zingy zesty. We did the smaller version of this yesterday as the must-have. Apparently this one's brand new. Because you remember I was talking about sort of the freshness of colour and how it was almost fairy tale kind of green, if that makes sense. I went to the opera on Friday and went to see Into the Woods, just at like a local a church, a creative space they call it, a creative space in Chester. But that's what this kind of reminds me of. It's almost like the colours that might surround, Robin Hood, the apple in Snow White.
It's like, isn't it, and Wizard of Oz, where it comes into the colour and you go from the black and white to the colour.
Yeah. It's bright, it's bold, it's very optimistic and summery, I think.
It'd be nice with the big pendant that you've got. It'd be lovely. Good rosary
Still not
link
up
in
yet.
there.
Yeah. And we're taking it to £7.95 for you. Brand new size for you. Did the smaller version yesterday evening. Tonight bringing to you the 8mm on this one. Perfect with this, which still isn't up yet. It's going to be with us very, very soon though. In our avalanche, beautiful big Jasper. We're going to do a couple more for you. Okay, I am moving on quite quickly through these, but do keep dialing through just because we have got time before the break. Let's go Labradorite now. Ooh. Oh, good shape.
Oh, lovely.
These are cool. That effect that's taking place is known as labradorescence. Labradorescence is the way in which this gemstone naturally scatters the light. You know when you're at the seaside and you maybe go and skim a stone? Have you done that? That is kind of what the light does within this gemstone. So essentially, the light enters the gemstone and it doesn't just ping back out. It skims across the structure of this, which is why you get this natural effect known as labradorescence. I'll just show you against black. I've not got a blackboard, so I'll just use this. £6.95 is actually your deal on this one today. It's better against the back. You can see it a bit more, can't you?
That is a lovely, lovely strand.
Unusual shape.
Unusual shape, and the quality of the labradorite is really, really good for £6.95. That's fabulous. And again, like quite a unisex strand.
Definitely.
Very nice.
The facets on this, you can see it better on the recording actually. They're like rectangles, aren't they? Rectangular facets in a way that kind of help shape them.
A different look if you separated them out as well, so you could rosary link them, or to have them as that. It's almost like a cord, isn't it, or a tube as they are now.
Yeah. Really lovely colour on these ones. Really interesting looking. £6.95 for you today. If you do want to grab them, you know what to do. There's lots of you in. I don't think anyone may be expected to do that lower price point. Guess what time it is?
Oh, that looks nice as well.
Right here, right now. Star by. Have a little look at this. You have worked with this yourself, Claire, in a kit.
I have, because it's got all I did, I did sort of like a fancier chain to put it on, but yeah, because you've got the drill hole there, so I did a very, very simple bail.
It's beautiful.
It is lovely, isn't it?
And I love that you kept it simple.
Yeah, because you can, because it, like say, so if it didn't have that drill hole, you might have to net it, or you'd have to do some wire work around it, or you could still do all of those things and ignore the drill hole. But if you don't want to, then it's great that it could be very, very simple, quick make.
Definitely.
On the chains that we have.
Great idea. Yeah. Any other chains? We are we've brought to you, so to say, today, metal copper sheets that we brought to you before. I also brought to you saw in saw blades. I brought to you metal shields as well. You could really easily make your own pinch bail with this, couldn't you?
Yeah,
tiny bit of metal sheet, essentially cut out a diamond, bend it over, clip it in, job's a good one.
Yeah.
What you have here is beautiful form and quality, every single one unique. I've got just shy of 20 now available because you're all checking out. And you didn't know, we could have done £6.95, but we've decided to do £5.95 for you today. So if you do want to grab it, first time it's ever been seen by itself. I've only got 7 remaining now with everyone that has checked out really prontly. So if you do want to grab it, then you absolutely have the opportunity to do so. This for you, 140 carats worth of your blue fossil. It's big, it's bold, it's beautiful. Imagine, just as an idea, dropping something like that, using the same drill hole, and actually then on the reverse stamping your own personalised little message. We showed you how to stamp, we showed you how, look, sold out, sorry. I've got a few more to fit in the avalanche though, so let me bring to you a black flower agate. Oh wow, interesting. Ooh. Drill hole in this too, so if you did miss out on that and you're like, I just want a really lovely elongated shape, big gemstone, but I want a drill hole, this one has got it here as well.
These are like wonderful key rings, aren't they, as well?
Oh, that's a nice way of thinking of it. What I'm bringing to you is your black flower agate, and what you get are these wonderful sort of plumes of gemstone within a gemstone. £4,095 is your price point on this one today. This one again, would you keep it quite simple? Would you go avant-garde?
Yeah, you could. It could be a nice base. You could do your wire writing if you're going to personalise it. So you could do that. Yeah, but it's a lovely pattern, lovely marking, isn't it?
Every single one is going to be different.
Yeah.
Every single one is going to be unique. 140 full carats worth in here. Again, more of you getting your hands on these. If you love this kind of colour, we should still have some of this double trouble left over, because I know the quantity was all right. We believe there is a few. This is natural jasper I've got on my hand. 2 strands we did for, what was it? $15.95 or $14.95, which really should have been the price for one of them. So they are still available, but go and have a look on JewelleryMaker.com, or just ask for the double trouble of shaded jasper if you want to call up. Okay, I'm moving on to, hello, a threading pack.
Oh,
I haven't seen one of these by itself in ages. I nearly had my eye out. Nearly had my eye out then. Anyway, what do you love about this, please?
Well, that's because that is like it says, the essential threading pack, isn't it? So it's got your beading thread in there, your stretchy elastic, your monofilament. So if you want to do any beading, that's what you're going to need.
Yeah. Let me open it up. Everything you need. You're getting in here the likes of your elastic, the likes of your beading thread, sometimes known as tiger's tail, this is what you thread onto, as well as your monofilament, which is a very fine, very sturdy, clear cord, a little bit like your fishing wire in a way, again, for threading. All of this and the bag, which you can gift things in, because it says a little, how many gemstone jewellery? £2.95 for you today. That is your price point for all of it. And let me just remind you, which is the one that has 70 metres? Monofilament has 70 metres. Can you give me my breakdown, Bab? Yeah, it's all right, Bab. 6 metres of elastic, 80 metres of your monofilament, and 50 metres of your beading thread. So it goes on and on and on. There is loads. And pretty much any DVD you see, they will use 1 or 2 of these.
Yeah, and it's exactly this pack that we're using, you know, when we do the intro for jewellery making. So when we do that workshop, that's what we use there. Yeah? That's really good.
Liam says, I made jewellery out of this because you went on a workshop, didn't you?
He was a superstar.
Was he?
It was really good. He had his wrap loops were incredible.
Were they? Spot on.
Yeah, they were really, really
I wish
good.
I could say it's the first time I've heard about him doing his wrap loops, but it's not. He talks about that workshop all the time.
He should be very, very proud. He was.
He was. Yeah. He is very proud. He is very proud. Teacher's pet is now getting chanted at him. Okay, let me bring to you some brass rivets. Oh. I'm so sorry I do have to make a bit of noise now, but these are perfect with your metal, with your leather.
I've not seen these before.
And with your chase hammer. So essentially, I did have a thing with a picture of it on before. But essentially, if you know what a rivet is, then you know what a rivet is. It is something that you can place through a hole on something, hammer it down, and it essentially gives you a nice professional finish. You can loop through these, a little bit like what you have on your shoelaces. Depends on what type of shoes you have. I like those ones. Yeah, I like those ones. Thank you, Paul. Do you want to pop your leg up on the desk for me? No? All right, cool. So I am bringing to you your silver-plated set of 100, a £1.95 for you, and you can use the chase hammer that I did for you. There's loads of you coming in on this. After the break, I've got DVD. I have also got my 3rd demo of the day. You've been an absolute love as per usual. So I've done the metal. You've done the metal sheet demonstration. In this hour, you did the stamping demonstration, and in the next hour, it's all about the wire work. So many more treats, so many more goodies, and don't forget the precision nose tools coming up for you too. We'll be back in a few.
Are you new to JewelleryMaker? For a limited time, we're offering new customers a wonderful free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful genuine gemstone strands in an organza bag. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will be automatically added to your order when you make your first purchase. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, colour and type will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your gemstones, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and The Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
The Jewellery Maker phone is free from a UK landline, so call us today to place your order.
Welcome back to Jewellery Maker in this, the final countdown. Thank you, Lola. Right, Lola, Claire's daughter, she's in Year 6 of primary school. The only one on the whole team that started going doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. I expected that from you, Kerry. No. I expected the silence from you. Tom, I expected more.
What?
Anyway, it is gorgeous. Pardon? I'd love a coffee, yes, thank you. It's so lovely to be with you tonight. If you have just tuned in, it's been a really crafty show tonight.
It's been lovely, hasn't it? It's been nice to have lots of varied demos and
Demoing-wise, of actual
yeah.
time demoing, we probably spent the first, in the second hour, 40 minutes with demos and chats through. The next hour, we probably about 15, 20 minutes as a demo, and we're about to have another demo now. So we've done already 2 demos, got another one coming. And it's all really different. Can I just remind you of some of the things that are about this far away from selling out? Some of them are this far, some of them are this far, some of them are there. The things so far, very quickly. Saw and saw blade, we did them separately, but they have both been very, very, very popular. The saw blade we did for £7.95, we might throw the graphics in. The graphics are a bit slow tonight, so do bear with. This is your saw frame. I'm sure you recognise it, you know what it's about and everything else. If not, it's explained on your DVDs, etc. But you've got here your you know, different saw and the saw blades to go in it. 144 saw blades you might normally expect to be, depending on where you shop, between £30 and £13. We do these at the most incredible price point. I've never found anything as good as these. 144 of the blades and the pack for £3.95. Graphics are in as well. We've done loads of live demos on how to use this, how to set it up, how to saw your jump rings, how to cut your wire and your metal sheet, whether it's sterling silver sheet, copper plated sterling silver sheet, whatever it is. Very useful indeed. 6 different sizes do different jobs in essence. So 144 there, they're very popular. Another one which has been very popular, which we did a demonstration on, is our A to Z letters with the ampersand as well in there. These ones, there you go. This is what the font looks like in real life. Obviously we make it look a bit bigger so you can actually see it in the packaging. But that is what it looks like up close and personal. We did this demonstration for you earlier on. We also did the blanks. Some of the blanks have sold out. For example, this set. But get yourself on JewelleryMaker.com to actually see it for yourself. For this set, £19.95. Now that is a tonight's must-have deal. Come 8 o'clock, it'll go back up to its original price point. And it has been embargoed, which means it's essentially been taken off the system. So I can't even guarantee you that come 8 a.m, this will actually be available for you to buy. So sorry about that. But do grab it whilst you can. The first set I bought was either £45 or £55 for A to Z. So this is a fantastic price point. These ones, by the way, do come with the directional aid on them as well. Ours, if I tilt it, oh sorry, it's gone off. See there? It's got the arrows on it so you can actually see, you know, which direction. Oh, no, you can't. Let me get it out. Come here. So, when I'm stamping, I need the arrow facing towards me. There you go. Arrow face towards me. Stamp it down with my chase hammer, which I did for you earlier on as well. Stamp. And then I know the letter is going to be the perfect way around. So, you've got all of that, you know, beauty for you basically. So all of that has been very popular. Some of them are that close to a sellout, some of them are that close. Either way, they're all very popular. And now we're going to bring you another kit, which I promised you was going to be under £15. And the person who we're going to be having a demo of is the lovely Claire McDonald next to me. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
How are you? Now, you didn't actually get given this kit. Because
no.
it was one for Alison. Alison wasn't able to make it today. She's okay. She's in fine health. She wasn't able to make it today. So Claire very kindly came and swooped in to do the show for us. But you have worked with kits like this in your time, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I have.
We don't get to see kits under £15 that often.
No, with 2 strands and 2 lots of wire, yeah.
And also 2 long strands. Because you remember when we started doing these strands as 2 strands? Essentially, we'd cut here and we cut here and we sold them as individual strands. So in a way, you've kind of got 3 strands here and the wire. But we are going to go under £15. Let me tell you what you're getting in here, shall we? Can I have my stats, please? Just so I've got all the sizes for the gemstones. Thanks, love. I am bringing to you 150 carats worth of your green marble agate. Those ones are your 8mm. I've also got 310 carats worth of your nuggets. That's around about 86 centimetre strand. And then I'm bringing you 10 metres worth of your 0.8 and 10 metres worth of your 0.4 in the wire. There's a lot going on in here. And what we're going to do is basically make this a bundleacious deal. What we're bringing to you is a serious amount of quality, a serious amount of beauty. The way that this is so malleable and movable is fantastic. The way you've got so much of those gemstones is wonderful too, because you've got you've got 460 carats worth in total of the gemstones. Today, price point wise, would you be happy with £20? What about £19.80? Because that's how it should be priced. That's what it should be. It's all right, isn't it? Because just to let you know, the marble itself, oh no, I did look at the price of it before. Did I write it down? Anyway, that one itself, let's just put it this way. If those, you know, beautiful strands were sort of £9 each, then obviously a few pounds for the wire, that'd be brilliant. We're not actually stopping there in price though. Oh no. I am bringing to you the beautiful agates in the 2 different looks for... Oh, we're not stopping in price here. $14.95. I said under 15, but we're not stopping there. So grab it now whilst you have the opportunity. I am going to go lower on price on this for you. If you do want to grab it, now is your chance. Should be £19.80. For a whole kit tonight though, £9.95.
Wow.
£9.95. You could literally... that's kind of pocket money, money that we're dealing with here. £9.95. That's if you're nipping over to your friends and you're grabbing a nice box of chocolates and, I was going to say a bottle of wine, but wouldn't be a particularly good bottle of wine at £9.95 with a box of chocolates as well, would it? That is a brilliant price point, I think, genuinely, wouldn't you?
It looks lovely on the recording, doesn't it?
Stop! What? No, I think that's about right. Say you spend, what, £3, £4 on a box of chocolates? Yeah?
Yeah.
So then an extra £7. Pardon, say that again, Lola. Milk tray's a £5, about. So a £5 on a bottle of wine? You don't, not where I shop, you can't get a £5 bottle of wine. Like £6.50 probably, lowest. £6 maybe. Anyway, the point is you're getting a lot for your money here. And guess what? 0 calories. So there you go. £9.95 for you tonight on these ones. I think that for the amount you're getting is fantastic.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And yeah, on the recording, it was making me think of like a tree of life. Maybe if I'd had this kit, I might do something like that. Looks really nice, all twisted together, doesn't it?
That's a lovely idea, yeah. So, if you like it, now's your chance. Free phone number, bottom of your screen. Why don't you tap the app? Yeah, you can download it for free, you know. Tap the app and make an order that way. Watch us that way. You are getting it on JewelleryMaker.com as well. So, we are going to be doing a demonstration, and actually we're going to really be talking more in depth about wire work and these types of gauges, your 0.8, your 0.4, but also we're going to be offering to you your second chance on the tools as well, so keep your peepers peeled. I have also got wire work DVD coming up for you, and this beautiful star by, which is a bit of a special one. Gold veins in your black magnesite, star by this hour. Not long. Okay, wonderful. I am with you.
Okay.
Oh, that is stunning.
So if I show you something
I don't think I've seen this before.
Haven't you?
No, I honestly don't think so.
Well, this is one of my favourite pieces, but it shows you, it gives you an example. So if you look at the gauges that you've got in here,
it's the same.
Yeah, so you could absolutely do so, and I've demoed all of these techniques. So you can see. Yeah, there we go. So on these ones here, so this technique here with your gizmo, that's your 0.8. Again, so that's with your 0.8. 0.8 here, and then it's woven with your 0.4.
No.
And you can see, so all the different weaves that you've got on that one piece there. So they're great gauges together. So that 0.8 and that 0.4 work really, really well together.
Wow.
Really well. Fab. So it's also really good for wire writing. So I thought I'd have a little play with these, if that's all right as well.
So this is the toolkit we did before. I'll just quickly show you all 4 of the tools that you're getting in here. Sorry, it's all right. Do you mind if I nick them?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, all right. Here you go. So you're getting your chain nose pliers. These are all your precision noses. chain nose pliers from the beadsmith, round nose pliers again, precision nose, flat nose pliers. So do you see how they go to more of a point than your standard ones? And then your bent nose pliers again, all come in this beautiful zip up packaging. We did them for £24.95. We're going to go into more information on these later. Can I just let you know they have been popular though, so if you fancy them, you know what to do. Okay, I'm with you.
Okay, so I thought what we'd do, see what I've got in my my bag. So I'm going to do a little bit of wire writing
Beautiful.
now. Could I have the could I have my board back, please? Is that all
Yes,
right?
you could.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, gosh. Thanks. Nearly hit myself with something before, and now you.
Okay, so I'm going to do like little. So we'll do an angel. So we'll do a little pin. So we're going to start. We'll start here. We're going to work all the way around, and then we'll add the little pin in at the end.
Lovely.
Okay, so it's all one continuous piece of wire. So I have cut it off the reel for the demo. If you had a lot of practice, and I suppose you could do it on the reel, but it'd be quite bulky. Okay, so I've cut it off the reel, and we'll see how far we go. So we're starting at this point here. So I'll work with the rounds. So I'm gripping the wire. And I'm going to start to just turn here. Okay, so I've made the first loop. So to make sure that that's a nice, definite round, I'm going to just go in and snip off that little straight edge there. Okay, so I'm just going to snip that off. Bring that there. Okay, so we've got the first little bit there. So I'm going to swap my pliers now. So I go to the chain nose. So I've got the coming across the wire. So I'm going to take the wire at the back. So it's going to come down. Okay. So I'm just going to hold that there. So what I want to do now is I'm going to come over, but I also just want to twist a little bit. So I'm gripping here. I'm just putting a little bit of a twist in there. Okay. So I'm going to hold here. So the next place I'm going to go and start to hold now. So I want to start looking at where it's sort of how it is going to reflect with this line here. So I'm going to hold going across. So I can gauge. So I want it to go about lining up here. So I'm going to hold just a little bit up from that line, because when we make the bend here, it's going to add a couple of millimeters on. So I'm going to take that and go all the way up and over. Okay, so again, so I'm going to grip down and take that at the back. Okay, so let's have a look now. So we've got our A, so I'm going to hold that, the wire at the back. And again, so what if you always sort of like try and keep it so that it's facing you and how it would read, because it might look very, very different at the angles that you hold it at. So remember, if it's going to be face on, it's how you're going to read it. Okay, so I'm going to grip the wires that I've bent here, again back to that baseline, and come all the way up. Okay, so I want to leave a couple of millimeters in between each letter, just so it's going to be hopefully a little easier, more legible like that. So on this next one, I want to, because I'm going to go into the N. So what I want to try and do is I want to try and line up the N sort of no higher than that midpoint of the A. So I'm going to grip and take the wire at the back.
Okay.
So I've got a 2 thickness of wire. So I just want to make that so it's a little bit stronger and less likely to come out of shape. So I'm just squeezing it together. So one lines up in front of the other. I'm going to open it up just ever so slightly so I can get my pliers in. Just opening that up, and I go up and over again. So you can see I've actually got, it's not you know, it's a very, very 3-dimensional shape. It's not, you're not looking for it to be as flat as possible.
Okay.
So I'm going to grip and hold and bring that round. I'll straighten that up. So what we've got now is we've got our N. So again, so I'm just going to go in tighten that up a little bit.
And you can see how lovely and close these bends are, probably due to the finesse of the microfine
Yeah, absolutely,
pliers.
because you can see you've got, you know, these are, like you say, lovely and fine, so they're not, you haven't really got a lot of bulk there that is taking up a lot of room in between the wires. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and push that there. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to go in, I might swap my pliers actually, because I'm now going to go into and do a round. So I've started the curve, so I'm going to go all the way around, and again swap my pliers, because I want that chain nose now, a bit more support. And I come back over the front, and again drop it into the pliers, so I've got a bit more of a surface area to squeeze those together, because I want that illusion of a single wire. So I'm going to bring round.
I remember with this technique, you know, it's all about writing the words you want, the personalisation, just like the must-have stamps we did.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to bring that in. And just hold here and push in. And remember, you're trying to look at, so the top of the N to the top of the G. So I'm going to bring that round now. Okay, pinch that together. Okay, so I want a little bit of a curve now. So I'm going to look to try and get about, so the same distance that's coming off from the top of the N to the top of the A, and I want that sort of to be like the same sort of length here.
I see.
Okay, so I'm going to bring this round. So I'm just going to hold here and bring that in. Okay, so I'm going to come up, again, a little bit of a gap, come out at a slight angle and bring round. So I'm going to hold, so come round the front and a nice curve there. Okay, so I'm just going to, it's a little bit big at the moment, so I'm just going to pull down and just make that a bit smaller. And you can just keep doing until it lines up, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to have that, you want to try and get it so they're all sort of roughly the same size. So the same way with writing, really, you want it to be as, you know, as neat and as uniform as possible. Okay, so I'm just going to come in now, get a nice curve here. So now on this top of the L, I want to make sure that it doesn't go any higher than the top of the A. So I'm going to just drop that down a little bit and come down. Okay. So I'm going to grip down here. Actually, I might swap. And bring that round. So again, try and line it up with the baseline. So now we finished the word, so we're just going to add in a little bit of a pin. So I'm just going to grip.
So is that to make it like a scarf pin or something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I just want to stop here. So I'm going to come out, a bit of an angle there. I swap my pliers. I'm going to do just a little bit of a curve. Just moving my pliers around. These are lovely pliers to work with. Really nice. Okay, so that's coming up there. So you can see, so I've done just a little coil. I'm going to bring that out. So again, with your hammer, if you've got your hammer and your block, bring that up. So I'm going to hold here, come up, and snip that there. So then you've got, just angle it a bit, just snip it down a little bit more. So you've got there. So what I'd do, I'd probably give that a bit of a hammer. And that then, so a little bit of a curve you can see there,
through to the A.
And that goes into the A there. So there's your little. There we go. So there's your angel.
I think that is just beautiful. If I just hold it up so that you can sort of read it, and I'll sort of imagine that the hands are kind of fabric or whatever, That's how it will read, and then that is the overall finished look. Get the wire, it's in the kit, £9.95. That was for 10 metres worth of your 0.8 and your 0.4 and the 2 strands, or 3 strands if you put it that way, of your gemstones. Thank you so much for showing us that. This is actually the third demo. Claire did, in the second hour of the show, a metal sheet demonstration showing us how to do that really cool hinged bangle, which was just with cutters essentially. So that kind of belt buckle bangle, she showed us how to use our shears, which we did on air for you. We also brought you a saw in that hour, etc. Then we did a second demonstration on hammering, which was with our one-off, will be embargoed, so you won't see them again essentially, collection. Which had the arrows on one side, so you put that towards yourself and then you can see your A to Z with your ampersand, all in our JewelleryMaker packaging. And then we've just done that demo as well. So, oh, that is such a nice idea.
I might do that. I might pinch some of the jump rings and then...
There's bare copper jump rings we did before.
Yeah.
How cute is that as an idea?
Little lowy.
Oh, lovely lows.
Well, I'm going to make one.
I love that so much. Kit, if you want it, £9.95. Loads more to come. I have a feeling you're going to love this. Bead scoop, anyone?
Ooh.
What about a bead scoop where you don't know the shape, the size, but you do know the gemstone, so you know the colour's going to be right for you? This is massive. Look at this agate bead scoop. I can't guarantee what shape and size you're going to be getting, but I can guarantee you're going to be getting a whole heap of these. Every single one of them with a drill hole, all of them totally unique, individual and different, all in their own right. You might get pairs like some of these. You might get quite quirky shapes. You're getting a full 480 carats worth. That is one of the biggest carat weights we do in our what are they called? Bead scoop selections. £9.95 though is one of the lower prices. I've done bead scoops at £70, you know, with like pearls. I've done bead scoops. Lowest generally about £12.95. Loads of you in. £12.95 usually lowest that I will do. But look, you're getting some big ones, you're getting some larger ones, some smaller ones. Why do people love and adore our bead scoops so much?
Because you don't know what you're going to get, do you? And it sort of pushes you a little bit creatively. Creatively. But yeah, I'd be putting those, maybe rosary link them all together and just you get lots of different effects, wouldn't you?
Totally.
What combination you do.
That is such an incredible deal for what you're getting here. Big size drill hole on it too. So what could you get through it, do you think?
You could get cords, couldn't you?
1 mil, 2 mil, maybe. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. The fact is, you don't know exactly what you're going to get, which really puts you in the shoes of the guest designer, doesn't it?
Yeah, these are really nice.
They are, aren't they? Some of the most sizable pieces that we've done for you, as I said, when we do bead scoops, usually, at the moment, they've been between £14.95 and £12.95. This bead scoop, though, just £9.95, and I think it goes great with the copper.
Yeah, and with the kit, it goes really nicely with the kit.
Your bare copper in the sheet, or actually in the wire as well. I've got multi-buyers in on this, not just buying one, and there's no surprise to me there. Remember, get as many as you want, 30-day money-back guarantee if you change your mind, but you don't know what your mind is made up unless you get your hands on it. So you grab them whilst you can. £9.95. Sorry, Puppet, what'd you say? One more shop-opportunity until the star buy. Here we go. Here you go.
Oh, nice.
Gold Lane Black Magnesite coming up for you in just a few. Before it though, let's do the collar. Now we haven't seen this collar in absolutely ages.
No.
This collar is fantastic. I'll just pop it on so you can see how you can wear it as a basic sort of guide. So it's a base, it's a collar, but because of the metal it's made out of, you can shape it to whichever way you want. I've seen people flatten this out and use it in designs as well. But you can have it more 3D, you can have it more 2D. Am I allowed to really bend this out shape? A little bit. I'll do it just a little bit. because if you see, I'm guiding these sections out at the side here, which you can literally just do with my hands, because it makes it sit a little bit more comfortably for me, so it sits a little bit lower up. You can also squeeze it slightly in together to make it sit a little bit closer up the neckline or further down the décolletage. You can stamp into this. You could put your holes into this so that you can weave through it.
Yeah, wrapping, I think, was it shibori, or I can't remember what design it was. That was lovely, really lovely look.
I've seen people mould polymer clay around it all the way, just a sheet of polymer clay, cut it off, on both sides and put it in the oven.
Nice,
because you can do that with
and
this.
And your Cerulean as well. You could do that
Perfect.
at the front.
Do you remember who I said you were like in the first hour of this show? Think back. She has a. Just turn face the camera on.
Oh,
do you remember now?
Wonder Woman.
Yes. See, you could do it for something like that.
There was somebody, wasn't there a designer? Maybe was it Gemma, or somebody did wear it like that, didn't they? I'm sure they did.
Probably Gemma Crow, I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Something like that. So you can have it with wire work in it if you wanted to, for a little zhuzh. £6.95. This is 46 grams worth of your copper brass collar. So it's your antique copper that you've got in there. You can have it either way. You can have it both ways. You really can, either way that you want to. What would you do with it personally?
What I have sawn out, and I've used, and then if you do your wire writing over the, so I've done.
Oh
with,
my gosh, I remember you doing that.
Yeah, so if you,
it wasn't this shape. It was a flat one, wasn't it?
It was. I think it was one of the cuff ones.
The
but
cuffs,
you could do, you could do the same, but something like, you know, with these drops, so your hole punches and have those. Something really, really statement, or just wire it across the front.
That's a lovely idea, actually. Yeah,
that fits really well, doesn't it?
That's perfect. Yeah. In fact, should we do them? Right here, right now. Stop it. Hang on, sorry, he's trying to Lola. I'm about to bring to you your golden veins, and let me just prove this to you. I'll hold one quite close to the camera so that you can see it. This beautiful, it's not like a yellow gold, it is almost like a bare copper gold, like the bare copper we had in that, you know, £21 kit or whatever it was. This kind of beauty of the veining that you're getting sort of inlaid within the magnesite is just divine. Really, really intriguing look. And that kind of layering, that kind of effect is natural. I was at the Needle Museum today. Yeah, 40 mil. Down road.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lovely time.
Did you?
Yes, I did. They had to unlock it for me.
Did they?
They did. Yeah. There were two people in the sort of shop who were very surprised to see me. Yeah, but it was lovely. It was brilliant. Really,
you have
nice.
to, because have you ever done workshops there? Because they do lots of.
I've seen that. Yeah,
textile
no, I've never.
ones.
But I will. And also, it's really good. You pay one admittance, and then you're allowed to go 3 times for free in the year. And it's only £5.80 entry.
That's very good.
Do you know what? I don't even work there. I'm just sort of sharing. Anyway, whilst I was there, these are the kind of the colours that I can imagine, that kind of industrial colour.
Yeah.
What you're getting here, I think, therefore, is quite historic in a way, but also can be quite contemporary. Because you've got that juxtaposition between that wonderful sort of solitary molten gold texture and then that really intense black magnesite. Picking this out, for example, in the blanks that I did for you earlier on, the ones that had textures would be nice. Also, if you wanted to use these maybe with your, you know, cords through them, for example.
Yeah, nice.
What would you do with this one particularly?
I think I would do whatever. I mean, there's lots of things you could do, but from a wire work point of view, it's almost like you'd have that cabochon effect, wouldn't you? But without any of the work, if you were feeling a bit lazy, or you know, if you were just using the drill hole.
Or maybe not even just that confident.
Yes.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, you're just not confident in maybe your setting.
Yeah.
So yeah, great
Or do
point.
both. Use the drill hole, and you could still net around it. But but you know, you've got that added security. But yeah, I mean, just a lovely pendant on any of the long chains that, you know, that we had earlier would be really nice.
Yeah. You have got 500 full carats worth, and your should-be price is about to come in. Liam likes these, don't you, Liam? What's your favourite thing about them, Sweet Pea? Because they're lower. Sorry, I mean, what do you like about them? He says, these are his words, not mine. I love the mysteriousness. No, mysteriousness. I love the mysteriousness. You know what, to make up for it, it's going to go even lower. No, I like that as a description. I presume you have mysteriousness. Right. Yeah, good. £12. That's a huge saving. £12.95 for you today. What percentage is that off? Come on. Between us team, we can work that out. Should have been £50, now reduced to £13. It's a huge percentage discount. About 74% off the top of my head. Not really, we used a calculator. But yeah, big price discount there. You might not have been able to afford this at £50, but that price point now, I think you can. Lowest ever price point on screen. Liam says it's a very manly gemstone. Yeah, I can understand what you mean. It's quite unisex, isn't it? It's definitely got that strength to it and that wearability. I'm going to count them up. You're getting approximately 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 on there. So they're working out around about, what, £1.20 or something each. So a really fantastic price point, especially if you did want to pick out those kind of £1.18, oh, even better. Yeah, £1.18 approximately each. So remember, if you want to recreate this kind of texturing, actually in your designs over there's quite a few with textures in the metal sheet. Do you mind bringing them over and just kind of...
sure, yeah.
Just so we can see that you can recreate this look in your actual designs.
Thank you.
With
those, wouldn't it?
This is with the metal stamping as well in it. We did some metal stamping for you before with our letters and the ring. So why have you textured them, and would you pair texture up with the gem?
I think that would work very well, wouldn't it? That's almost like a perfect match. Yeah. And this, you know, and so if you've got maybe your liver of sulphur, or you heat it, and or just with your permanent marker, you almost get the reverse, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you do. Really lovely pairing, big, well done. Should be £50, reduced now to £12.95. Okay, let's move to some. Don't forget, I've got a DVD coming up for you. I've got some gemstones coming up as well. I've already done the saw blade. Someone was just asking. Saw and saw blades have been on. If you want the saw blades, your code is JMGX25. That's JMGX25 if you want them, 144 in there. I'm bringing these ones to you now. I've brought you the larger versions. Now it's time to bring you the more dainty versions. These are incredible. I love how individual these are. I love how they are so unique.
So different on that one strand.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, and that one, yeah.
Really unique, aren't they? £7.95 for you today. This is a fantastic price point for something that's just over 1.5 centimetres on each side. So quite dramatic, quite eye-catching. I swear I did the bigger version of these just the other day. Do you remember? I'm sorry, I did. Kerry, do you remember that? No. Liam remembers it because we did the fuchsia. Yeah, the fuchsia.
The ones that you were pretending that you had. You were like, I've got 10, not really.
Oh yes, it was that time that I was hilarious. Yeah, do you remember? I pretended I had 10 of them, but actually I had 11. And then it was very much like Boy Who Cried Wolf, and I was like, no, actually it is like 11. And then I looked in the box after doing this big sort of, oh, they're only that price each, and there were actually 3 more that I'd left in the box. Aww. It was proper Boy Cried Wolf. Anyway, well done. I like it when you remember my hilariousness.
It was hilarious.
Was it hilarious? Was it as funny as when Liam fell flat on his face yesterday? Let's bring you the DVD now. This is your Alison.
This looks brilliant,
Tarry
doesn't it?
DVD. what I'm bringing to you is your clasps DVD. Now, in this DVD, you get to absolutely oodles to do with your clasps. So, in the footage of this, what you're going to be seeing is you're going to be seeing Alison and Tarry working different techniques. So she teaches you how to do an organic toggle clasp, how to do an embellished toggle clasp. You're also going to see a woven toggle clasp, which is a bit more intricate. You get shown a box clasp as well as a hook clasp. But all of those things are not just as they are, because actually you get shown sort of connectors, etc., to pull them all in and to use them in different ways.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
There is a lot in this, and it is great price, £4.95. So if you do want to grab your hands on this, now is your chance to do so. It's a relatively new one to us here at JewelleryMaker. It's only actually been on air once before, and it was a couple of months ago. So if you do want to grab it, it's incredible, isn't it?
She's clever.
Yeah, she is. And you know what these DVDs are like. They're really wonderfully easy to follow, because we have loads of different camera angles.
Yeah. Yeah, there's having the time, you know, that hour to go through things. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Very, very professional.
It really is, isn't it? It is so professional and so lovely that it's yours then. You know, you're able to sit down and enjoy it and watch it as you wish. If you do want to grab this, then we had the toolkit, for example, on earlier on, if you are new.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
No, it's all right, love. Do you mind putting them back in there
for me?
I will
because
do. I will forget, and you'll walk off with two, and I'll put the other two back. So, but yeah, £4.95 on that one. Well done to West Midlands, Essex, Yorkshire, so many more. Let's bring to you some citrine. Don't forget, if tools is your thing, we did a letter stamping demonstration. We also did for you a shears demonstration with metal sheet and saw blades, etc. And we've done wire work for you too with those tools. Okay, I'm going to move on to citrine. Drops of sunshine.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Aren't they? The gemstone of creativity, money and happiness. Right, team, one word that this colour makes you think of, please.
The sun.
I'm starting off with Kerry. Kerry said the sun. Good. Yes. It's just sun. Sun.
Sun.
Sun. Okay, Lola, I'm going to go to you next, love. What do you think? What does this colour make you think of? One word.
Panic.
Anything. Summer. Good work, Lola. Yes, Liam. Autumn. Interesting. What about yourself, lovely? Who shall I go to next? Let's go Paul next. Let's go Paul. Lemons. Nice. And what about you, Tom? Beach, nice, nice. They're beachy, they're sandy, they're sunshine. All of these things very optimistic.
I had one, I was ready. Syrup.
No, that's rubbish.
Syrupy.
We were all thinking it. Syrupy.
Syrupy.
No, do you know what? You're absolutely right. What did you just say, Lola? Lemon juice, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, yeah. Honeys, maybe. Honey bees and things like that.
Yeah.
Syrup. Good game. Do you like that one? By the way, £4.95 for your citrine, 85 carats worth. Who fancies a London blue topaz?
Oh,
interesting. Oh my goodness. Have a little look at the glow in this. Glow internally. Right, Lola, I absolutely adore you, but I feel like you're too young to try and have my job. She's just gone, I feel like citrine go really nicely with that because it's like the sand and the what? What did you say? The sand and the water. Lola, you are so good. Future presenter in the wings, methinks. I've got it in the bag, she says. I mean, go to high school and finish high school first, Lola, but then afterwards, yes, absolutely. I'm bringing to you 30 carats worth here of your London blue. In my opinion, slightly more dainty and delicate in its London blue colour than I would normally expect.
Lovely shape as well, isn't it?
Really
Gorgeous.
lovely, very usable. We're doing a great price on this today. Comes in your luxury purple pouch, by the way. £59.95 is your closeout on this one. These are luxury gemstones, as you can see. I think even just 3 in each ear. Let's say we would do 3 in each ear for earrings on varying lengths of, say, sterling silver chain. If you were to be selling those ones, even for around about £30, actually you can see that on the sale of 2 earrings, which will be approximately this much, you've got the money back on your strand and you've got plenty left back over. And people, I think, are happy to pay that kind of price for London blue.
Yeah, bridal commissions as well. You could just add in one, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You could add in one.
Yeah. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Kerry could be our something blue. She's got a lot of blue on today.
Yeah, it's not like me.
It's not like you at all. Also, Lola could be our something borrowed. Because she's a borrowed member of the team today.
Yeah, she is.
Let's not go on to something old. Anyway, I'm moving on. Nearly got myself in hot water then. I don't know who I would say though. Pardon?
Paul.
You'd say what?
Paul.
Paul.
Something else.
I wouldn't like, I'm just going to move on. I have got for you your multicoloured moonstone right here, right now. And this one, oh no.
Oh, I love this strand.
Let me show you against black. I'm so sorry, I don't have a proper blackboard. Look at the uniqueness of this strand. It is so individual and so unique. You have got here that beautiful graduation of sizes in here, but also the fact that you've got the variation of the colour. We are bringing to you great quality at a fantastically low price. So, £9.95 for you today. Tiger's eye, did you say? Sorry, yeah? I'll just show you them together then. Yeah, no, because they're for all intents and purposes, they're basically the same sort of structural family.
And I think the shapes work as well. You could put the tiger's eye either side, couldn't you, of the moonstone, and then with the citrine.
Interesting thing about tiger's eye. Tiger's eye has actually been found in Roman armour. Okay, so if you think back to the Roman times, and actually before that, not just the Romans, in fact, at times before that, but back in history, soldiers used to inlay this gemstone into their armoury because they believed that when it gives you that chatoyancy blast of light, it would ward off their enemies. And you can see why, because it looks like magic, doesn't it?
I would like it with the citrine. I think that would be very warm, wouldn't it? Very warm together, and the shapes were the same.
I agree.
That's amazing, isn't it? Look at that.
Lovely, unusual to see the drops, I think, in tiger's eye. I'm used to seeing more rounds of late.
Yeah.
Something a little bit different for you here. Under a tenner?
Wow.
How about under a £5? £3.95 for 75 carats worth of your beautiful tiger's eye. This could go really, really far, in particularly, as you say, if you spaced it out with the likes of your citrine, it's going to go beautifully well. It really will work really nicely. Also, of course, if you wanted to do something like this with the copper sheets or the copper.
Yeah, very nice with the copper sheets. Yeah, again, the warmth, isn't it?
Do you mind handing me that ring you've made, which I love, by the way?
Oh, thanks. Oh yeah, it'd be nice with
Super
that.
cute.
Wouldn't it? Yeah.
So we've done letter stamping, word stamping for you today. We've talked a little bit about texturing as well. But you see on here how we've got the little gemstones? Maybe go for the ones on the end and just put your little tiger's eye in there instead. Because of the chatoyancy within the tiger's eye and the fact that these were used to be used to ward off your enemies, it's got that kind of quality and that kind of beauty locked inside it that make it good for the hand, because you can see it yourself.
And then on that colour as well, that'd be nice with the colour.
Oh, let me show you that. Yeah, love it. Maybe not on top, but, you know, hanging from it. That's a nice idea. Colours work so well.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, we're moving on to Dogtooth Amethyst. Say that number again, sorry. Oh, I'm looking totally wrong. Oh, sorry to tell you, this is nothing in box 22. Sorry, green onyx I'm going to bring to you now.
Oh.
This is fresh. Right, should we do a one-word description again, team? Yeah. Kerry, should I start or end on you?
Are you going to do the opposite of what I asked?
I don't know. I haven't decided how mischievous I'm going to be.
Grass.
Grass, okay, good. Okay, next up, I'm going to go to Liam. What's your one word to describe this colour? Sea. The sea. Green sea. One word. Liam, I really like you. Atrocious at these games, though, aren't you, my love? I adore you. Brilliant. Come back to you. All right, sweet. Lola, I'll let you go next, love. Spring, that's good. Spring colour. And what about yourself, Paul? Peppermint. Oh, nice. Claire, you
I was going to say mint.
Were you?
Yeah.
It sounds a bit like you were trying to copy Paul, but all right. Tom? Forest. Nice. Forestry. Very good. Oh, Liam's got one. He's very excited. Pardon? Kiwi.
How come you never have to say a word?
How come? Oh, because that's why I start the game, you see. That's why I start the game, Kevin. £4.95 for you today. It's like, you know, I'm a teacher at the front of a classroom. You don't expect them to do the homework, do you? Well done, Greater London, South Yorkshire, Norfolk. I hope your weekend is going wonderfully. I hope you'll manage to get your hands on all the goodies we've had. The saw blades, the stamps, the gemstones, the brilliant kits, etc. I really do hope you've had the most wonderful of times in with us today. And just to sort of, you know, let you know that if you did want to get in touch with us, you can do it by texting us. You can also do it via JewelleryMaker.com. But also don't forget, we each have our Facebook pages. So if you want to find a guest designer, you generally will write JM Guest Designer and then their name, for example, Claire McDonald. And if you want to find a presenter, generally it will be the person's name and then the word presenter. So for example, mine is Rebecca Redican Presenter. So you can get in touch with us in many, many different ways. We also have a fabulous Jewellery Maker Facebook page. In fact, a couple. One of them, Getting Started with Jewellery Maker, is a good one to get started one, most certainly. Okay, let's bring you Iolite now.
Oh, I love this strand.
We hardly ever get to see Iolite. This is a really cool gemstone. It's a very historic gemstone as well.
That is beautiful.
I genuinely can't think the last time I've seen Iolite. Honestly,
yeah.
This is going to sound ridiculous, but I genuinely don't think I've brought it this year yet.
And it's that size as well in shape, isn't it, with that beautiful faceting. Sometimes you might, you know, you may see, when you do see it, which is, like you say, not very often, maybe some rondelles, but these are lovely, sizable.
Stunning. If I bring one into shot a little bit more, let me just remind you, so this gemstone, I'm just going to see if I can try and get it by catching the light differently. Oh, sort of on that one. So it depends on the angle. So basically, back in ancient times, for example, back in the times where we used to be exploring the world by boat because we hadn't discovered, you know, certain locations of the world, this used to be put in the cockpits of ships, okay, so the very, very front of ships, because dependent on where the light would shine through these would depend on what direction they were going in. So what they used to do was, if they put this gemstone down and it was a dark blue colour, for example, they knew that they were heading north. As soon as that gemstone, you might be able to see it in this one specifically, just because I've got the sort of angle of the light right on it. If they then would steer off course, that blue colour would change slightly. Do you see it there?
Oh, yeah.
To a sort of goldeny colour, and then they would know that they were going in the wrong direction. So to go back, for example, due north, they turned their ship until the gemstone turns that colour again. So they used to use this as almost a compass, but they actually used to use crows with it as well. So you know the term crow's nest? Have you heard of that in a ship? The crow's nest? That's because they used to take crows with them. So they would use this almost as the compass, and then once they'd been following for a certain time, they would let the crows out, and then if the crows went and never came back, they'd carry on straight where they were going, because they know that the crows were like, oh, there's land now, I can get food. But if they got tired and they came back to the ship, then that meant there was no land to be seen. So they would keep following this gemstone. It's historic, it's exciting, it's enchanting. The fact I'm bringing you this strand, which is so sizable, means that you're going to see that reaction more, that changing light, sort of colour quality even more. All of that history, all of that beauty locked within the gem for $12.95.
That's incredible.
It just goes to show what we bring you here at Jewellery Maker is so individual, so unique and exciting, I think. You know, take this out and as you change and as it swivels and as it moves, you do get to see different colours.
Yeah, you really
almost
can.
a gentle golden,
it's lovely.
bronzy colour all the way to a blue colour. But the great thing about that is that it's... because these are so big, you actually get to see the reaction
I don't
more.
think I've actually seen it in
as much as that.
That's really interesting.
Because obviously little gemstones, there's less internal space for that reaction to happen. But I thought it would go great with your copper. I thought it would go brilliant with it. Because of that kind of...
the goldy tones, isn't it, as well?
Exactly. So let's move on to number 4. Oh, I love this one. Turkish agate I'm bringing to you now. This looks like little scenes from under the sea. Oh, Kerry, sorry, do you mind handing me the Torch of Truth? It's just there, my love. It's magical, isn't it?
That's gorgeous.
You're a babe, thank you so much, my love. So let me show you this. This is a natural gemstone. It looks beautiful on the surface, but when you see...
Oh, look.
Doesn't it look like under the ocean scene, trapped in time, totally natural gemstone? You don't just get one of them, you're going to get a number of these. Beautiful quality as the light shines through. This is why we love Turkish agate. Today, for all of them, £16.95, and I've got 3. Claire, thank you so much for stepping in.
No, thanks for having me.
You've been fabulous. Lola, you have been fabulous as well. Thank you for your help. Thank you for organising my team. You've been very, very good. Team, as always, you've been fantastic. And you yourself have been wonderful. So thank you so, so much for getting involved with us. Claire, my love, when are you on next?
Tomorrow, mid-show.
With me?
I think so, yeah.
I was literally just going to research who's on in the mid-show. What have we got?
We've got some big amethyst. I can't remember anything else. I can't remember. We've got wire.
Oh, 5 hours tomorrow. Me and Claire. It's going to be fun. Thank you so much for stepping in tonight.
Thanks for
and
having
for
me.
all 3 of those demonstrations, including the metal sheet and so much more. Thank you for watching as well. Final day of the metal weekend tomorrow. I'll see you then.
Hello, I hope you can join me on Sunday the 14th for the morning show, where I'll be taking your metalwork on a whole different journey with the launch of my brand new DVD, which is metal forming and fold forming. So as you can see from these beautiful examples, you can take that metal sheet and you can really make very, very interesting, beautiful shapes with it, with very, very few techniques. So join me on Sunday the 14th for the morning show for the launch of the brand new DVD.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting,